Welcome everyone to the ETF2L Nations Cup number 10. It's 2024. It's going to be the round of 16. We've got Netherlands versus Hungary. We've got J Max Chill on production, and with me is Wandum as a caster. I'm Peter, by the way. How are you doing, Wandum? Are you ready for some hot-headed 6v6 action?
I'm doing so good tonight, Peter. You have no idea. For the first time in like a year, I have a computer that I can launch TF2 with myself. So I don't have to watch from the program feed. I can watch from an STV all on my own. My caster config doesn't work. Besides the point, I'll figure it out. No big deal. But yeah, it's going to be actually surprisingly good game. Normally, I'm going to be honest, Peter, you see Nations Cup round of 16. You don't imagine that these are the highest quality of games. But you look at some of the names that we've ended up getting on this server right now. This isn't looking that bad.
Yeah, it's the best soldier in the world. And no, it's not Nubby we're talking about. It's actually, we have Captain stepping up here for the Netherlands. I'm not sure how rusty he is. I'm going to assume pretty rusty. But he's got a nationalistic little heart. It's beating for Netherlands. He wants to show off. And I'm very much looking forward to it. He's been beasting in just warm-up already. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just casually jumps in and is somehow the best player in the server, despite there being 3 really good Prem players on the opposing team.
I think we'll have to see. I think we'll let's just go through the roster for the sake of it, because over on the Hungarian side we've got Chiga and Osero playing on Scout, and we've got Bizbaz joined by Nubby on Soldier as well, Dagger on Demoman, and then it should be Trum on Medic. Don't have a working nickname config. I'm just assuming it's Trum. It's been Trum for the entire tournament, I'm pretty sure. So it should continue to be Trum. I'm looking at Nubby. I know he's actually... The difference between... I think I agree with you that Captain's probably overall a better player than Nubby, but Captain doesn't really play the game right now, and Nubby does. Yeah. And I think that might be a bit of a factor. Maybe we'll have to see how much of the magic is just there, how much of it is like riding a bike, how much of it is like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of magic, right? But yeah, I actually do think Nubby is a better overall player right now in general. I was kind of joking, but also kind of maybe not. I'm just kind of leaving myself some room to weasel out of it. But on the Netherlands team, we got Kaz on Medic, we got Yak on Demo Man, kind of abandoning his British brothers over there. I didn't know he actually had a dual citizenship, but he does. Then we got Captain and Jordy on Soldiers, and we got Annie and Mist on Scout. I don't know who Annie is, but I know Mist is pretty good. So actually, it's a really well-rounded roster here for the Netherlands, going up against what I would say is a much more top-heavy team in Hungary.
Yeah, this is going to be super interesting to see how this plays out. There's a lot of strong voices, actually, on the Dutch side here. Yak, traditionally, famously, a pretty big main caller, and then, you know, Kaz as well likes to be quite vocal. But this core of kind of Yak, Kaz, and Mist, they've actually played together quite a lot. But then you're kind of joining forces a little bit, because I know that Jordy also likes, whenever we see this guy on LAN, on these sort of MAC teams that we sort of mostly see him play on, right? He was playing most recently in that grand finals of ETF2L, making it all the way to second place. He likes to main call that kind of hard in the actual games, right? And so I want to kind of, what does that clash look like now? Is it Jordy going to be fitting into Yak's system? Is it Yak fitting into Jordy? What does this do?
Yeah, like Yak is always an adventure to watch play, and it should be pretty interesting to see. I hope he's not going to jump in too aggressively here, but I mean, I'm sure it's going to happen a couple of times, but he is also just a very good player overall. So like when it works, it looks really, really good, and then when it doesn't work, it looks extremely stupid. So it's a very feast or famine type of gameplay that I think if you're from the Netherlands, you just hope he's going to be feasting and not just starving for frags. Should be very interesting to see. Nobby, obviously, he's going to be jumping him. He's going to do some fast rollouts. Going to be super annoying. I remember watching Nobby play against Denmark on Gullywash, like the last time Denmark played, I think, right? And it was just like the weirdest pocket soldier gameplay I've ever seen. It was so aggressive, but it just kind of works because it's Nobby. All right, so I will be keeping my eye on it. I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually playing pocket, but it's going to look super weird because sometimes he just jumps in and does like 4 speed jumps in a row, and then he lands on the medic's head and kills him.
Yeah, I think we're starting off on Gullywash as well. This is a map where if you're a soldier, you have a lot of room to play for here. A lot of interesting strategies, places to go. I mean, both Captain and Nubby, I think if you're looking at both teams, right, these are kind of the star players you're looking at, especially now. I haven't seen Captain play in a little while. I think that's the exciting player to watch on the side of the Netherlands. Captain as well, also famously decided to stop playing sixes, being the best sixes soldier in the world. Managed to like go in, just casually became the best jumping soldier in the world. Really good at that as well. We're gonna have to see how he matches up into Nubby.
Yeah, and then he got a degree, and now I assume he's just going to come back and be the best soldier again.
Yep.
That's just what I am assuming, but who knows what his plans are. He's usually really successful in whatever he does. So I am just hoping to see the glorious return, at least for a very short while here. I always really like these Nation Cup games because they always have these really odd roster constructions, right? Because most nations just don't have the luxury of having quality players on every position. And usually there's going to be quite a bit of level discrepancy in between on the roster. So it just becomes this weird thing where you get people off-classing and like playing with players that are kind of below their level. So, and how do you best compensate for that? It's going to be very individual from each team to team. So yeah, at least most national teams will have a lot of experience playing with each other, just like from random mixing and hanging out and that kind of stuff. There are some smaller communities in most countries. So we are about to go live here, Wanda. What are your predictions going into this first map?
I'm going to be honest. I'm looking at these two teams, and I honestly would expect Hungary to come out with a victory here on map number 1. This is going to be Gully. This is a map where I think that Nubby especially can do a lot of damage. Shiga and Osero are both really good players as well, and I think they should have a little bit of an upper hand. However, if Jordy and Captain are here, if they can sort of wrangle the team around Yak as well, I do think the Netherlands should be able to present a decent challenge at this. I actually think this is going to be a really close one, but we'll have to wait and see here. What about you, Peter? Who's winning?
I kind of lean in the same direction. Just looking at the Netherlands team, I recognize more players, and therefore it should be the better team, right? But that's not really how it works because it's a little more inactive players overall, I feel like, than the Hungary team. So I think recent just activity is going to win out here, and I think Hungary is going to end up taking this first map. But I wouldn't be too surprised if it's very close, or even if Netherlands win. So I'm very much looking forward to this. Should be a close game. Let's see what happens first. Are we going to have a fast rollout here coming up from Nubby?
Yes, we are. He jumps up high, instantly landing onto the enemy Victor. You can see how many red players try to scrabble around to deal with him, but it's an early kill to Jordy here. Bizbaz going down as well, but now 2 soldiers down here for the side of Hungary. It means that they have to back off a little bit, but look at the position they have for the Netherlands. They tried to go in, tried to make space happen because they know don't have that much time, unfortunately, for Shiga. He's the only one up, managed to find 1 kill on Annie, but it's cleaned up by Mist instead. That is a big, dominant made victory here for the side of the Netherlands.
It actually started out pretty bad for the Netherlands. Jordy jumped in very aggressively. He did a fast rollout as well onto Daga. I think he did a speed jump, and he didn't get him at all, so he was actually the first casualty there. So you're going to see Nubby actually play sniper. Even as a soldier, he's just going to go for the off-class there. Doesn't really manage to get anything. He gets warded off very effectively there by the soldier. So we're going to have a full Uber ad push here into last. The Centurion is going up. There's going to be a Pyro as well. They can, however, just ignore this and go for the Demo Man in under the point, but do they realize in time? Time will tell.
We're watching them right now, peeking through, walking in as the Uber is popped. They have to shoot down the sentry gun. It's actually taking a while to shoot that down now. Sticky's still onto the point. But look at how many Hungarian players are still stuck on this right side. Captain's in, trying to solo the 1v2. Doesn't quite get it. Only 2 kills on both sides, but there's no soldiers for the Netherlands. They just have to sack in their scout onto the point, and they're kind of making it work. And finding 3, and is Mist picking up with the last frag as well. That is a round number 1, a very fast one at that for the Dutch side.
Yeah, very ugly push in there. Took forever, as you said, to take down the sentry gun, and then I almost feel like the most important part there was that they actually got a soldier to jump over the point and actually pressure out the Demo Man. And at that point, they actually could just take a normal fight where the point was actually up for the grabs. And they do eventually manage to crunch it out there with the scout. So another mid here, and looks like Jordy again's going to go for Daga. This time he gets it.
That's a huge shutdown there for the Dutch side. Finding the kill onto the medic as well, and that means that now Hungary has to really figure out how to get onto cars. Like, see how far back he's playing. The scout can't go in on his own. Bizbaz, not that healthy either. You can't really jump this with 2 scouts playing around cars so carefully, and that means that the Netherlands, they're going to take this mid-fight. So far, so good. Have to see now. Converting in onto second can be a little bit challenging. You have to watch for Sakazir coming from top. Bizbaz.
Come on, jump it.
Guys,
all
someone
know,
has
we
to
all
do
know
the
you
high
want
bomb, yeah?
to. Nobby
Nubby's
wants to.
doing it now. He's going in all the way up. He's going to try to sync bomb in onto Cars, and he just finds both of the rockets. Just does it like that. He's so good, man.
Yeah, he just jumps in, no hesitation whatsoever. He knows he's going to hit those, and yeah, he just perfectly predicts the medic movement. Gets a nice little sink in there. Captain is behind lines, causing him trouble. Mist is going for the last cap, actually. He is taking a scout fight, but Shiga will take him down. That's going to be a full wipe there. And Trum is alive. I'm not actually sure this is Trum or not. Hatticus. Okay, it is not Trum. It is just Hatticus. I was going to say it was some weird names that he's been using. He's been using two different names, and I recognize none of them. And Yak's going to set up some forward sticky traps here, trying to be sneaky just to make sure that nobody walks forward. Is Nubby going to fall into it? He's just going to do the taunt and look around the corner. Sneaky. Spots out the stickies there.
Now Yak playing a bit far back here in lobby. You can see the Netherlands doesn't really have that many places to go, with Geordie trading on the side with Nubby as well. That's kind of the sack over. They've managed to slow this down enough. You can see Cars already 80%. Should be fine, but they lose their demo man. This is really big for Hungary now. Mishold out in no man's land in a lobby. This should be big now. Hungary should look to convert. Cars is 100%. There is a sentry gun up as well, but this trade can just come in. Look at the damage onto Cars. He's forced to pop the Uber. One scout capping here. So sentry gun's down already, but there's no real space taken on the enemy last here. Hungary now taking 1v1 in lower. Is Annie winning out against Osera there instead? Now Hungary, they're still trying to pressure, but it's a decent click onto the medic. A lot of damage, but Cars is the one who ends up falling. Really nice bomb from Bizbaz, and that should just call off the push for now for Hungary. They can run it right back. Panicus still alive, building up the Zuber advantage.
Actually kind of slow to get out there. They could get flanked here, but it's only going to be a scout forward. So unable to get in there, getting the medic down like that, so huge. It is going to take a while for them to actually get in here with the Ubrat, so you can get a full sentry gun up. I'm pretty sure you have time to build a level 3. And they've already got a soldier in water here. Is that Nubby? Yeah, that seems like a Nubby thing to do, just randomly jumping in there. Gonna get it back out, no problem, but in general, you don't want to take a chance like that. Sentry gun still going up. We have the Pyro again. We saw how difficult it can be to destroy a sentry like this with this setup. It's a very backward setup. Normally, like in even Uber situation, it's way more forward, but they're gonna jump in immediately, and Daga just cleaning up immediately.
And it's just a scout on the point. There's just no contest at all. Yak doesn't quite present himself on that point, and that is Hungary now evening the score out back 1-1 here on Gullywash so far. It's been kind of dominant rounds, right? The mids have both gone in the favor of the Dutch side, but then just a bomb coming in from Nubby, getting that drop onto Cars, and since then Hungary able to ride the momentum. Now we're back, and we're back on mid.
Yeah, looks like they're kind of abandoning the fast rollouts here. No demo man being pressured immediately here, and actually Paddock is going to take a ton of spam here, so he's going to have to be careful.
It's a lot of early damage onto Bizbaz as well. Drops all the way down to 7, and that's just Captain finding the kill onto the enemy medic. The counter aggression is coming out now for the Hungarian side, but they're just not finding anything. Look at Bizbaz, he's 7 HP. Somehow manages to sneak all the way up through elbow, but doesn't quite get it. Now instead, just so Sarah alive is going to have to walk all the way back. He's in river. Might try to go for a bit of a sneaky play. Nope, he's just going to back out now once again.
Yeah, pretty unlikely. You know, every once in a blue moon, Yak's going to come jumping through the riverside, right? Just like screaming ahead, no thought about it. But no, not today. Pretty low probability play there. And again, we just have the same sentry gun setup. I feel like it goes further and further back the more we move on in this game. So it's just level 3 with the Pyro. And once again, they're going to Uber through this door. Oh my god, Demo Man actually took so much damage from the sentry gun. And again, much slower to take it down. But are they actually going to pressure out the Demo Man in water again? They are.
They're trying to, but this time they don't find the kill. Instead, it's Captain who's going to walk forward so late into that push, but unfortunately that Pyro did a lot of work. You see Yak really committed his stickies trying to get in onto the Pyro, find the frag, ultimately doesn't get it. That gives Hungary enough time to come back out, spawn, pressure away, not finding the kill on the demo man either. And that's Hungary holding off, but now they have a 50% advantage, and we're going straight in through mid.
Yeah, we got the button trap. It's actually just invisible. Yeah, Osero's not going to see it. Nubby goes down as well. This push-in is already looking very dicey. They do have the Uber has the emergency button to push, but you really don't want to do that. And they are just going to retreat back here. Dagger's got a nice kill onto Yak. That's going to help them a lot with stabilizing here. And they are peeking their head into second, but let's see how aggressive they want to be. They are pretty far forward here, but they are going to actually hold the line. So well done by them. And look at that. Got more sneakiness going on from Nubby.
It's just Jordy in the meantime, though. Jumps in, gets the force in through choke. We are going to have to watch the Nubby spy. He has postured around. It's an early kill onto Dagger here, but Nubby can just uncloak in behind. They haven't spotted him, but maybe he's just too slow. He has to target the Demoman here. He's coming in now. He's in onto Cars. Gets one shank, and he just manages to get the force out on his former teammate. Not really able to find anything else, but that's job well done. That's all they need for now.
That's such a pussy ball. He was like, I'm going to get face stabbed. That's 100% what he thought. Yeah. And Nubby now just going to see whatever he can make of this. Basically, you just want to go for some sort of weird off-center backstab if you can ever get it, right? Like a soldier on the flank, a scout just retreating somewhere. He finds nothing, but he is going to be able to limp back into spawn here. Just switch off. And this is kind of nice in that it's going to make everyone look behind them all the time now. So they will be slightly distracted just because they don't know what happened to Nubby. They didn't see him go back. He was cloaked the entire time. So, slight little wrinkle here. They're just going to let the Ubers equalize. They were pretty close as it was. And this time around, same kind of setup, but now we see this really forwards sentry gun spot, which is what I always call the 7 spot. Like, very, very good at just pushing back players in the door with the pyro.
Yeah, this is me manifesting a pause, as the game has been paused right now. It was interesting, actually, because Netherlands were actually down like about 30-40% there on their Uber charge. They sat all the way back on second, obviously with the spy as well, not really willing to come into lobby at all. I think now they should be able to, right? They've spotted Nubby back to 100%, but they're taking their sweet time. Surprise, not really willing the Hungarian side to go for anything. I feel like there was a bit of an opportunity to maybe try, maybe not directly go in, right? Because the Netherlands were sitting on top of second, right? But you could, in theory, send someone in all the way behind, try to go, oop, there we go. A little bit of an unpause again. Likely means that there's just a player disconnecting, have to get him reconnected again. Should be all good.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, I don't understand. They're clearly playing on a dot server. They have such low ping, all of them. just you know, Captain is just straight back. Actually, Captain has 25 ping right now, but he had like 10 ping earlier in the pregame. So, you know, it's just the Captain is always on land meme, just all over again. But yeah, you are right. I think it was just because they kind of ended up popping their Uber in a unsuspecting situation, and then they didn't quite properly track the Uber. And I think they thought they had a smaller advantage than they actually did. So they just decided not to push it, and they were also just distracted here. As we are unpaused again. No big deal. It's always nice when they pause when there's no real action. You know, like 90 seconds in the past.
Yep, we are right back to where we were before. There's a scout kind of pressuring lower, trying to bait around the Pyro. The Pyro, crucially, right now, not holding with the sentry gun, right? You can see he is kind of pushing around, trying to hold this lower because they are just trying to send in soldiers. Jordy and Nubby trading for now. The sentry gun is spotted out. It was an early demo kill there onto Annie. Just got caught out by some stickies. It's my favorite part of when a STV pause happens, right? It's all the animations stop working. You have to watch very weird characters move around.
Yeah, just ice skating. Just having a merry old good time. This is why we need, like, snow maps. It would just be so thematically perfect. But no, apparently people can't see their crosshair when it's snowy or whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's just a good old stalemate here. Nubby's actually going to get a pick there onto Mist. And I don't see any banners or anything. Most of them are banned, but you can still use the bad one.
Yeah.
But actually, Nubby, yeah.
It's a Nubby counter-sec there. I think you kind of understand what the Netherlands are doing, right? You're really trying to push pressure into water, right? It's kind of the standard strategy we see in Prem nowadays. When you're trying to break this gully stalemate, just send as many people in through lower as much as possible. Keep on pressure cooking for as long as possible. Hopefully, eventually, something will kind of pan out. There we go. We can see what happened. It was Panicus with a bit of a disconnect. As a somehow...
Oh, I think he's going to go get some free saws here. That's nice.
Yeah.
Good manners, good manners. Love to see it.
I thought we had a thing that fixed that.
No, I don't think on disconnect. It's like when you pause, it builds.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
We're even Ubers. Everything's fine. We're back to normal. We've got Soldier in lower there as well, trying to pressure a bit on the 2 Dagger. so far. Nothing really happening. You can see now the pressure once again. Jordy really trying to play in through this lower, but Nubby playing this quite passively, and it's a kill onto Captain as well, so that should shut down the aggression a little bit for now. Annie dropping down to about half HP. You're just going to meet up Pyro. Jordy bombing in. Everyone manages to get out just fine.
Yeah, I do want to point out that this center gun position, as I said, it's very, very good for bouncing people in that door. If you try to push through the door and there's a pyro and the center gun that close, you're going to get pushed back and your push is going to be ruined. However, when the center gun is back here, it's not very close to the point. So that means that you can actually pressure the point as a soldier and then jump up and actually hit people who are standing on that low ground or high ground. Right? So usually the medic will be standing kind of far back there or something. Or, you know, in the dispenser. So you can actually pressure the point and then jump up, and the center gun is not really going to be a big hindrance to that. But they're actually going to just Uber in water here.
Oh,
oh no, Kaz. Is he getting out?
He's
no
getting
way.
out? No? Okay. There is a pyro in his face,
Wow,
but thankfully he doesn't die somehow. Okay, now, never mind.
Okay,
well,
we jinxed it. There was just some new pipes there that actually... That feels like he survived like an actual nuclear blast, and then he fell over a rock and cracked his head open, you know?
Yeah, that was a bit unlucky. I guess they're just trying to go for the trade, but then, I mean, Hungary catching out that medic so nicely, and that gives, now Paticus has a big 50% advantage to play with. It's going to be a bit difficult to actually push this all the way out. You can see the heavy still up for Ocero here. Sentry gun still up as well. They're building it up. Maybe, are we not pushing on 50 ad?
I don't know. Some teams just don't like pushing out of last. But, I mean, surely with an actual pick like this,
right now they have to deal with a lot of red members in their face, right? And they actually get exactly what they want on the Dutch side, right? Just send in as many players as they can in onto last.
It's 10 seconds.
Out.
Yeah.
And now, oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, this is why they're not pushing. They just want to let the time run out and get, you know, quote unquote, 2 points for free instead of, or like 1.5 points instead of 1, potentially. And it's just a low risk play. So now you get another mid fight. And now the Dutch have won, I think, 3 mid fights so far. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't remember the last mid fight.
Yeah.
But still. Like, surely you can't. Okay, Nobby, he tries to go for the fast roll up, but he fails it. So it's just going to be a good old slow mid.
It's Jordy playing in onto the enemy lower, as now both soldiers go in. It's actually really low on Captain here, but they've traded across. Nubby going down as well. Dagger tries to be super aggressive in onto the red side. Doesn't find anything. Now instead, the pipes and stickies just come across for Yak, and that's clean up here. Chigo once again in behind, but I don't think he's going to be able to do much of anything right now. He's going to have to spawn camp a little bit. Run around in through top, but Captain now going to be respawning. Maybe there's a cheeky little soldier kill coming in. There's 2 soldiers, 1 scout on high ground.
Oh, yeah.
Time for a little bit of bullying. Never mind.
Unlucky. Like, I've definitely seen... Oh, Nubby. Unable to get... He might drop down here and get the medic. Oh, he's going for the hero play.
Okay.
Unable to get it. Bad luck there. But, yeah, we've definitely seen... I remember Thalos actually just completely destroying two soldiers in forward spawn like that. You can actually do that as scout on Gullywash. Oh my god! The sticky trap!
This is a bit of a disaster here for Netherlands, compounding once again. 2 disastrous last pushes coming out for them. This time around, Dagger, really nice sticky trap there, binding up both the pocket soldier and the medic, resetting the Uber advantage right back in Hungarian favor. Now, Annie on the sniper in through big door. Unfortunately for him, it is just the enemy team blue side in onto top, and it's 1 soldier. Captain going in, not finding the rockets onto Paticus, gets in for free now. Yak falling as well, but the aggression is coming in. Missed, trying to do what he can alongside with Jordy. They're pressuring in onto last, forcing the rest of Hungary all the way back in. Nubby though, in the meantime, picks up Taz, and that should be a wipe.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the really good snipes is not going to be enough here, and they are going to get in here. It was also really unfortunate there for Yak. He didn't spot that Nubby had done like a giant skybox jump, so he just got completely blindsided and taken down before the fight even started. And they're being very passive here on this mid, Netherlands. They don't want to overextend here, and actually gonna see Daga just taking in this Uber very aggressively. They're gonna have to pop very early on, but they might catch the enigmatic here. Cars so weak, and Yak has gone down already.
I'm surprised. Carl's played that quite forwards, right? But you can see they want to stick in for this post Uber because now they have the high ground. But as Jordy falling down really low, gonna have to hit, and hits a decent first rocket there onto Osero there. But now, health not in the best of favor. Positioning not that good for the Hungarian side. But Nubby just bombing in, finding the kill onto Cars into the end. But look at the health and choke there. So very low. Netherlands, they can keep chasing this. They've got a scout in behind as well. Bizbaz does want to fall, and Paddock's not quite making it to the health pack. Just one up. It's going to be one spawner here in Osero, but that's a mid back in favor of the Netherlands. But Uber's going to be effectively even here. Both medics dying.
Osero's gonna forwards snipe here from the spawn. He has been spotted. Actually gets a nice shot there onto Yak, so he's gonna slow them down quite a bit. But actually, the Uber advantage is not as big as I thought it was going to be. Nobby just holding forward here on the lamp. And, oh wait, it's actually a crit squeak. It's not an Uber. They have to push in here. And now when you have a sniper to push into, that's actually really annoying. Where do you even go? I assume you go big door, but maybe not. Maybe you just go in through choke and hope that the sniper misses.
Yeah, this time you kind of just have to send it somewhere and pray, hoping your demo man finds early stickies. You can see that Osero just quite spot it. Spots a scout in Victor as well, misses the shot, and then just the captain bomb straight in now. Yak, first sticky flying, doesn't find anything, and that should be it for the crits for now. You can see the rest of Hungary fallen super far back. Patagus 85%, but that's a one-player ad that you can play with. There's no real setup on last for now. So Netherlands, they can just stack in a player. No one really, as is Cars getting bombed here, but Yak finds that kill. Captain goes in all the way onto last, still trying to find members here as Yak is shooting down damage from balcony, but unable to find any kills. I think Hungary should be able to hold on. But there we go, Cars now back on advantage here, 50%. It's a crits ad here. They're going to get it mighty fast.
Yeah, gets that drop onto Paddock really big. And Nubby again is going to go for the spy play. Want to neuter this push before it happens, but he's not on the cloak and dagger here, so he needs to be pretty quick. And I think he got either spotted or at least hit. And he doesn't have enough cloak to actually work with. So he's just going to go all the way back into last, achieves nothing, and this crit squeak is about to come in. Yak has hit some fat crits in his life. So let's see if this can be another one.
Crits in through, now is coming straight in onto a reflected sentry gun. Sentry guns do not take crit damage, and unfortunately, that is a crit that takes down a sentry gun. Now, the rest of the Netherlands, they're trying to sort of poke in, but they're so passive here on the Hungarian side. They just lose two instantly. Yak captain miss it now going down, and that is a flubbed last push there for the Dutch side. Cars in on his own. Jordy trying to distract, trying to salvage for now, and it is Cars hitting a beautiful surf there up onto Gullywash. But I think now, Peter, we're hitting a point where at what point now does the crits just start getting really detrimental to your team?
Yeah, it almost might be worth just holding the door open to switch it off while they're not like realizing what they have done. Yeah, they're gonna have this Uber ad. It's actually kind of nice that you have this off-kilter Uber ad going on, because if they use the Uber to go in, then you can actually crits back in onto them. I know it's going to be difficult to do it, but hey, you still have at least not an Uber to contend with here. But Uber has still not been forced out, and that's like a pretty big deal. Now it comes out. Gonna have to retreat here. Yak's definitely gonna get caught out.
Kaz trying to stay alive so desperately. Tagger shooting everything and somehow beefing that. That is disgusting. Now the counter crits can come out, and it's just clean up for the scouts. Hungary, they lose 3 super early on in that fight, right? The sniper comes out for Jordy, finds 1 kill. Then the follow-up frags come forwards as well. Now Nubby in behind, wants to find this Cars kill, is unable to. And now instead, Hungary finding themselves in the back foot. That is a really unfortunate play there for Dagger. So many missed projectiles right in Cars' face.
Yeah, you hate to see it here. And they're going to just keep moving into last here. They didn't pick up a medigun or anything. They're just going to keep rolling with the crits. They're in this situation. They're going to keep on just rolling with it. No problem, they say. Nobby's actually on Pyro. That's a good way to counter crits here. And I'm actually surprised.
Oh my god, the Pyro. Pyro's just in, right? There's nothing you can do against this guy. He's just kind of walking forward. Now the crit can come in onto Captain, and he does find 2 immediately.
And
now.
in the water.
It's a spire for Jordy as well, but Captain can just do it all on his lonesome here. Pattika's one man standing, the Netherlands out of nowhere. They commit to the crit and they make it work in the end. What was that?
Like the fact that Yak could sneak in that deep, he was literally on the point just sticking it up uncontested. That's actually what won them that. Like the whole distraction of the crit streak, it worked, but like Yak getting in that deep, that is what actually won them the round there. So well played there. Nubby this time around not gonna miss his jump. Actually just completely pressuring out Yak. Yeah, like end up trading. That's a good trade for Nubby.
This is middle, a bit more successful this time around for Hungary. Unable to find success on these mid-fights so far, but finally, they managed to make it work, finding the kill onto Cars, but unfortunately for them, missed. Towards the very end, just manages to get that kill onto the enemy medic of Paticus now. Takes the 1v2 versus Chiga, now Dagger. Full HP, he's going to have to try and shoot out this scout, but he has such a mobility advantage. Manages to get a health pack as well. Now on the middle, Stickies are going to come across. There's a Nubby support here. Going to bomb in, clean him up, but missed. Does such a good job delaying that for the rest of his team.
Yeah, this is what Yak does. He just jumps in. Actually, they managed to take down Daga as well there, and he gets a really nice pick. This fight is not over yet, Wandem. It's going to keep on going, and Yak now has completely stickied off the entrance. But Captain has been taken down as well. They're going to now come in through this choke. It wasn't properly stickied off. And this is just such a weird fight where everyone keeps trying to come in. And this is a nice flank there from Bizbaz as well. Takes down Yak and looks like barely in the end. Actually missed again.
Oh my god. He doesn't want me to again, does he? There's no... Oh, whew. Okay. Now, finally, Peter, we have a mid-fight victor, and it's Paticus. Now, 80% advantage. Hungary with the first mid-fight victory of the map. It's 7 minutes left, but they're down a round. They're going to have to find something soon here. Want to keep themselves in this map number 1. It's the best of 3. Jordi up on the sniper, trying to stave off Hungarian aggression for now. Sitting in through River, scoping up, hoping to find something.
Unfortunately for him, they're coming in. Actually, they have no idea. Okay, Panicus was actually running into the sniper sideline. He might just still do it. No, Nubby is going to shut it down. Just barely surviving that. Captain going to be another victim here. So this is just great. They're just going to Uber in while they have the man advantage here. Takes the top right, and now they're going to put a scout onto the point. This is looking very, very promising for Hungary. There we go. Easy cap.
2 scouts on that point. No contest at all for the Dutch side. And that lets Hungary put it right back 2-2. It's 6 minutes left, and it's all to play for here. Both sides very willing to play super, super aggressively. Playing a bit of ego as well. I love seeing this, Peter. They're a bit of a bravado on both sides. Both teams wanting to show they're better than the opponents this time around. Just see how aggressively Hungary are committing on it to a Yak, forced to play so far back. The bomb comes in super late onto Cars, unable to find it, but the damage has been done. Such low health bars here. The cleanup can come out for Hungary now. Paticus just has to stay alive. He's with his demo man here, missed in, as now Jordi can just bomb in through elbow, and he just hits 2 rockets in onto the enemy medic. Cleans up now, missed once, fancies himself a bit of a 1v2 once again, but Dagger has the pipes this time around. Yak is up, but I don't see him doing anything on this mid. Surely not, yeah? You never push this.
No, it's a very, very destructive mid. So many casualties overall. He's just pushing this. Okay, this is just a Yak moment if I've ever seen one. He just knows everyone's coming back in, and there you go. They take down Dagger. Nubby gets completely denied as well. I think Yak just hit a nice little air pipe there to shut him down, and they're just going to completely win this. We are wrong here. You should have went with your first impulse where you said like they're very willing to play very aggressively, and this is just another example of that.
Yep, once again, it's Jordi in on the flank, finding the kill onto Chiga here, and this is a 20% advantage here for Cards. Not building great at the moment, as Hungary should just be power building as much as possible. You can see them on last, trying to get this Uber up in time because Cards does have this 20 ad, wondering if they're willing to play off of this. They have a pick advantage as well. And Chiga's just gone up. This means there's no last defense here, right? You see the engineer just spawned. The sentry gun not up. This makes the push so good here for the side of the Netherlands because they can come in straight away, clean up Dagger. Now, counter Uber can come out here for Paticus. Rest of his team is 1 kill onto Captain, but a counter frag onto Bizbaz. Now, 2 scouts and a demo man playing in through lower. So much point pressure here for the side of the Netherlands. They're coming in and they're just cleaning up house. 2 scouts left alive, and they cannot do it on their own. Netherlands respond in kind. Now 4 minutes to go, and they're up 3-2.
That counter Uber needed to do a lot more work than it ended up doing. You need to get a bunch of kills, but the Dutch team, they scattered really well. They came back in. and just attacked as a team. Became very chaotic there, and Hungary just couldn't keep track of it. So now they have about 4 minutes to right the ship here as they're down by 1 point. And Nobby again going to do a lot of pressure onto Yak.
I got really scared there because Yak ended up cratering a little bit there. He took a bit of fall damage on his rollout. Like, they just keep trying to push in onto the enemy side. BizBaz does make it work with the counter kill onto Atticus as well. Now means the Netherlands. They've kind of equalizes out. Yak, basically a non-factor, right? 3 HP in his own choke. But Annie and Mister making it work. Once again, Shiga on his lonesome has to try and find some kind of magic here.
I don't know why Shiga is always the last person alive. I swear to God. Every single mid, it seems, he's just alive behind lines. And you're going to get a soldier in there as well. It's actually a really well-coordinated push in here. They're going to get Yak and Annie as well.
Oh.
Really well done there by Nobby and Shiga. Going to win that mid. Oh, we have another crit here? We do. This time it's from Paticus.
This time around, they've only got 2 minutes and a bit to play for, right? You kind of do want to amp up the pace even more. You can see the Netherlands really bunkering down. Jordy is up on Spy and Spawn up needs to go in. But unfortunately, that sentry gun for Mist is up, trying to catch them out before the gun is up. It's kind of the only time you really have a realistic possibility as a soldier to go in for a sec. Now, you're a soldier down and you're trying to push in with a crit sat as well, right? Cars almost has the Uber. This first crit sticky out of Dagger is going to have to be money.
Here comes. Oh, he gets Cars. That's what you want. No Uber now anymore. Can he get more? Doesn't quite look like it. Oh, it was enough. There you go. Unbelievable. That first sticky was just money. You got it. You got what you wanted. You asked for it. It's going to be 3-3. Now it's 2 minutes. It's very difficult to win a round in 2 minutes, but it is absolutely possible. So this game just continues to deliver here for us.
Yeah, now with the pace that we have been going at normally, if we're casting a regular season ETF2L game, right? I feel like you look at this, you go, okay, we're going to Golden Cap. But the pace that these teams are playing at, this could just be a 3-2 in the last seconds of the game. 2 minutes, all to play for. One dominant mid-fight victory is all that you need. Kaz is so slow on this mid. Nubby can just find him towards the end. Pickaxe down, but it's a counter kill onto Paticus here. Kind of the only lifeline for the Dutch team as Hungary wipe the floor with them on mid.
Yeah, that meta kill is so important though. Whenever you want to do a straight up wipe and just run a team over, you really want your medic to have an Uber into last. And the fact that that's not the case here now, it's going to make it so much more difficult. They're just going to have to do a dry push into last, basically. You could wait for Uber, but that would just slow everything down and allow them to just get in here. And it is another crit. That makes perfect sense. They need to just speed it up. So they are actually going to wait for the quote-unquote Uber. It's going to be a crit peak instead of an Uber, though. And Cause, he's just an Uber. But there's going to be a Pyro, there's going to be a Sentry Gun. There's even going to be a Heavy. Actually, there's no Sentry Gun. What am I talking about? And he just goes Heavy. I don't think they thought they would have time. I think they were just expecting a straight-on immediate push. But instead, it's going to be the Dagger crits. Let's see if he can hit it again.
Once again, no net allowed, but this time around the soldier aggression so much more aggressive here. And a lot of kill traded in, but BizBaz with the bomb coming in. It's just missed. Alive. Absolute carnage on last here. It's a Pyro versus a medic, and Mist just manages to make it work. 22 seconds now. GR's in chat, but I think there still might be time. 17 seconds left. You're gonna have to do.
I don't even think Nobby can jump there in time. I don't think so.
No. I mean, you're going to have to just absolutely bolt it here. But 6 seconds now, we're counting down. Chico, Osero actually wants to go in, but there we go. We're going down, and we're going to Golden Cap here, Peter.
Yeah, and that was just so much action and back and forth over and over again. I kind of want to see the logs and see what the mid stats were because I lost track a little bit, but it felt like the Dutch were definitely doing better in the beginning, and then slowly it seemed to me like Nobby and BizBaz just had really good individual play on mid where they just kept picking off Yak or Cars, and then they won off of that. So let me just find some logs here to confirm my suspicion.
All right, logs have been posted in the prerequisite mumble, and you know what, Peter? I'm looking at logs that tell me that Nubby was doing a lot of damage on CP Gullywash.
Yeah, it is a really good soldier map. Captain, top damage for his team. You know, hasn't lost a step, it seems. Well, probably lost a small step, but when you're as good as he is, it's just doesn't matter. You're just still extremely good. But yeah, Nobby and Dagger, just dominating the damage for Hungary. Not a surprise. They are definitely the two big carries, but I was actually really quite impressed with both Shiga and Ozero. I think they're very good scouts. So just overall, a very, very close game. You can see both in like kills and charges and drops and damage. It's all just very, very close. It's 5-3 in mid fights, and it is indeed the Dutch won the first 4 mid fights, and then after the next 4, 3 of those went to Hungary. So that's definitely an overall trend that I picked up on. But yeah, no, they did get another mid fight in there, or mid win in there. Sorry. Kaz, does he have more deaths than Paticus? He does not. Okay,
Nope.
I'm kind of surprised. It just felt really impactful every time Kaz got picked off.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing, right? It felt like Kaz was doing a bit of a better job staying alive, but there's only 2 deaths between these medics. Surprisingly even medic logs, right? But,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, it just kind of, I think you look at the scoreline, you look at the kind of the stat distributions across the line, right? I mean, you have Chiga going 2 for 1 as you do. The scout class, kind of a similar story on the other side for Mist as well. You're kind of, soldiers doing big damn, getting all killed. Gullywash. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I was
now,
also, I'm actually also quite surprised that how good Annie was. I hadn't heard of him, but yeah, apparently he's Div 1, and he played really well. He's using the Tiger pistol, so I was like, or the Tiger gun. So I'm just like, yeah, this is probably Tiger, right? That makes
Yep.
sense to me.
That's how that works. Everyone, if you want to be good at soldier, you should go buy the MGE Mike rocket launcher.
Yep.
Like the Gold Bot Killer Mark 1 makes you hard aim more, but it also makes you hit more air shots. Scientifically proven.
Yep.
To be
You just
true.
flick him.
Yep. You wave your mouse all over the screen to get the European style aim, so you can have all the Americans and TF2 complain about you. And then yeah, there we go. Okay, Peter, we had a really aggressive backwards and forwards Gullywash here so far. Now we're going on to the Golden Cap here. We've seen early dominant mids on the side of the Dutch, but then Hungary coming back the middles this time around towards the end, managing to bring it back to a 3-3. I want to hear you now. Tell me, who's going to take it here in the Golden Cap?
I think Netherlands is going to take it. That's just like a small feeling that I have. And I don't know why. I think it's just because of how dominant it's been, that it's been Nubby and the Bisbaz bombs on mid that's been really deciding it. And it feels like whoever wins mid is also really likely, like even more than normal, to actually take the round as well. That seems to have been an overall trend. So I think Netherlands are going to be like hyper aware of the Nobby and Bisbaz bombs, and then they're going to shut it down, and they're going to take another win a mid fight, and then they're going to take the round. That's my prediction. What about you? Am I dumb?
Yeah, I think we might see a bit of a slow mid fight to begin with, but then the classic is right. Once the mid fight gets going, everything tends to kind of explode, and the Gullywash is just one of those maps. I think whoever wins the mid fight is probably going to end up winning the first map, take us on to a product 1 map up. But I think it will be close, and a lot of it comes down to who has the more creative play. We've seen them Hungary managed to get the better of the Netherlands, we started playing super aggressively onto the enemy side this time around. Have to see if the Netherlands are ready and willing and able to deal with that aggression. Hungary even commit to it in the first place. It's been a very close map number 1 so far. We're moving all the way onto middle. Once again, it's Nubby super fast on Yak.
Yeah, doesn't hit a single rocket though. He's done 0 damage, so overall he's been contained. He's gone up to drop down, but again, he has been caught out. So he's just going to go way behind lines, and this now is going to open up the aggression here for the Dutch. And they're going to come flying in now. Paticus, his life is in danger. Oh, he's going to survive. Oh my God, no. Somehow.
Oh no. Somehow
can you save it?
Kaz is almost to the very end, so low as well, right? You can see him dodging around, trying to make it work. But then just a final little bomb in from Nubby, managing to get that kill. Now, is the Netherlands taking the map, or the mid cap, right? But now you can see it's even Ubers. Kaz actually spawning later. The Hungarians, they should be looking to push this back in.
Yeah, no Kritzkrieg this time around. We've observed that both teams seem quite fond of it here, and they're unable to get the second cap as well here. So this should just be a pretty decent stalemate. Actually, Nubby is going to be on Spy, and it's It's not the cloak and dagger, so he's just hoovering up all the ammo packs. They might notice this, but so far they haven't. But he is on a clock here, a self-imposed clock. He can move quite liberally, but he is running out of cloak now. Actually, he's just going to find a corner to rest it.
Yeah, this is spy play now for all the marbles here. Map number 1. He's going to come in now, relatively unspotted, and he just gets the stab of the cars and breaks the map wide open here. As the rest of Hungary, they come streaming forward, so much aggression now, without the medic here to hold on to them. Paddock is still quite low on the Uber charge, but Jordy, in the meantime, he's managed to sneak in behind. There's no one to contest him right now. I don't think he's going to get the cap. It's 1 versus 3 times cap, and it should be Hungary, but the rocket onto Bizbaz, he almost get it. Nubby. The revolver shut down towards the end. Now, Paticus 50% to Kars's 14. They're going to have to try to keep themselves in map number 1.
Just jogging around on spy. It's just gun spy at this point. Actually, Paddock is super duper pressured, but actually ends up getting a kill on Captain. Doing a nice little surf away here as well. Gets a kill on Annie as well. Alright, Paddock is pulling his weight here. Probably has more kills than like Bizbaz, one of his soldiers, right? At this point in the game.
But I mean, they still do lose. They lose their demo man, right? And that means that the Netherlands can just go forward. The help is not there, and neither is the right click for Padicus. Unfortunately, just dropped Uber at the end. Now Kars feeling mighty fine. The enemy side is going to have to watch out for the counter aggression coming out of Hungary, and he's just going to fall instead. Shiga goes in, manages to find that kill. Osera's going to clean up the other player. Nubby now on this sniper. Hits the body shot to Annie, doesn't find the kill. He's going to have to find the follow-up shot. Doesn't get it. He's cleaned up. Now Pizbaz with a rocket of his own. Finds the kill he's looking for. Really nice shot there onto Mist.
This one has really gotten chaotic here. Car's going to spawn now. And just going to be Uber again. Might see some aggression coming into mid. We've seen it over and over again, just how willing they are to push off of tiny advantages here. It would just be a bit of heal ad. That would be it. And Yak would be very far forward. But they decide not to go for it. Very understandable here, I would say. So Paticus sliding around. Actually, got a sort of jumping through choke at Jordy. I think maybe he thought he could get an easy pick onto a soldier or demo man there who were kind of isolated, but unfortunately for him, unable to hit those crucial rockets, and he's going to go down. But actually, he's going to be down here now that the Uber ad is coming up, and Nubby goes down. Osera goes down as well. And here comes this Uber, but he's just going to be the demo man. This is so difficult.
Yeah, Carl's managed to link up with Annie as well. Bizbaz is going to shoot a rocket for Carl's to serve right on out. And this is so many frags coming in. This Uber, absolutely disastrous there for the Hungarian side. 92% for Carl's. And it's 1-up, and it's Nubby on the spy. He's going to have to make it work. He might just clash with the soldier. No, just barely. Walking in forwards. He has one target. He has one thing he can... There's only one target here, and it's Carl's.
He almost got hit.
He has to make it work.
Yeah, he almost got hit by a soldier failing a rocket top.
He's seen now spotted. He actually gets flashed.
Why'd he pop? Why'd he pop? Why'd he pop?
I don't know.
He just randomly popped without taking any damage. That was so weird. I think that was a mistake. He like instantly switched off as well. So it just looks like he tried to switch to the arrows. So somehow this play from Nobby has kind of halfway saved his team, at least giving him a chance by getting rid of the Uber here. Gonna be 2 scouts kind of hiding in spawn. This heavy, yeah, they can't deal with him as well. Missed about to get just hit by a rocket. I can't believe that play worked. Like, how does Nobby keep getting away with this stuff? That's the worst spy play I've ever seen, and it just worked.
It's such a weird chain of events. I don't know what happened in the sort of cosmic fabric to make that chain happen. It's cause like he ends up flashing the enemy as well. So weirdly, like he doesn't take damage because he's invincible, but he's also making the enemy spy invincible. And then they try to go in off of the pick anyway, right? They're trying to push because the enemy team doesn't have Uber yet, but instead they manage to sack in. They don't have a demo to deal with the heavy, who just gets to sit on right side for absolutely free. Take down so many members. Now Hungary wants to go in, but damage shut down from massive pipes there by Yak. And this Uber once again is a disaster. You have to run out Paticus alone, but Miss has a cars with him, and they're just going to run all the way back out.
They end up not chasing them out here. They know they have the big red. I think they're going to wait for Yak to come back in here, and then they're going to go for the big push that can win them the map. This is so tense right now. They just need to not drop cars to another random spy player or have him like just use it because he sees a ghost or whatever.
Yeah,
all right,
this is
Yak's joined the team.
Yak with an absolutely disgusting series of pipes there onto Dag as well. Completely shuts down the aggression. Now, Uber comes in, a sentry gun has to be shot down and it's dealt with. Now, remainder of the team, it is a little bit scattered here for Hungary, right? But a really nice rocket there onto that enemy soldier of Captain. Shuts down the aggression for now, but the kills are just coming across. Counter Uber for Paticus. He's gonna have to do everything for Ocero here. Dagger trying to hold on alone, and Yak is just in. One pipe here onto Ocero. Paticus is so low. Captain with a cleanup. Dagger's super weak as well. Onto the point. Just Captain, just the go on his own with two. Followed up by Kars, the Pillar Man. And that is map number 1 for the Netherlands. They take us to product, and they're leading 1-0.
They couldn't have done it in any uglier fashion, but I don't think they care. They got that win, and this is not like the ETF2L season where you get like diminished points. These are just map wins. So it's just a one-and-done win. And we're going to product, and I think we could see a lot of sniper on this map. Like, Nubby probably wants to play sniper. I'm not sure Mist wants to play sniper or not.
He does.
Yeah, probably Annie seemed pretty pretty keen on it. And Ocero as well in the pregame. I saw he was just hitting crazy headshots as well.
Yep. Shiga also likes it as well.
So we're gonna have 4 snipers here.
Yeah.
They haven't limited snipers to 1 at all. Definitely don't worry about it. 4 snipers or 4 snipers in this match at all times. That would be the worst sight I've ever seen. Could you imagine jumping as a soldier in that kind of environment? 2 scouts, 2 snipers at all times. Showing, okay, it's not a real thing. You can only have 1 sniper, but still, we might just see perma snipers here.
Yeah, I think we might be watching for some perma snipers the entire time. It's going to be interesting though, right? I wonder what's going to happen, because we usually frame this map as a super scout dominant map, but I think that's what happens. This map is super scout dominant and super scout centric when you're watching like high level prem gameplay. But like in any tier that is not like top level prem, if you have a sniper main on one side, this map just evolves into can you kill the sniper?
Yeah, like you have to be really aggressive, right? Because in general, when you're dealing with a sniper, you have to basically either be like super passive and just stay out of his sightlines, or you have to just go overly aggressive to the point where he doesn't have time to actually get those shots off because he's just being pressured and forced to go back, right? And your entire team just moves forward. So something like a forward hold is really good against sniper because he just can't do anything. He just gets spammed around corners. And then obviously, like, you obviously want to be passive while you're not holding the point, but then once you get aggressive, you have to immediately become very, very aggressive and just take him down. Usually the key is to jump in a soldier from an angle that the sniper is not watching. So that takes some coordination to figure out where that is exactly. And then you just jump in from different sides. And Ocero's already sniping. And I'm not sure if that's a sign of things to come, or if because he was also sniping on Gullywash, and we didn't see him snipe at all.
I know Jordy as well, going through a bit of a sniper arc onto his own, also sniping the pregame. But it's so weird, right? I feel like we go through, in Europe, we go through cycles of like, we'll have like periods of time where like, what happens, it's always this, Peter. We get one guy, he's usually Finnish, where he's just absolutely cracked out nuts, insane on sniper.
Yes.
And then everyone has to play product against this guy who's absolutely cracked insane, hits everything on sniper, and then eventually people figure out how to kill the guy who's cheating in French, you know?
Yeah.
And then once everyone learns to play against a sniper with wall hacks who's from France, suddenly sniper isn't good anymore because all the top prem teams have been vaccinated against sniper play, and then no one plays sniper for a while.
Yeah, I will say there's a small wrinkle to your theory, which is absolutely correct, but that is that the gunboat plugin also changed this quite a bit because it made Soldier a lot better, and that was especially felt on Viaduct or Product, sorry, and that meant that it was so common to just be bombed constantly, whereas these days you're much more likely to see, like, it's more important to have 2 scouts at all times, whereas before you could just have two soldiers with much less loss of power. So the rule set or the plugin change has definitely also played a factor in this. It didn't take long for the sniper to come back in fashion and become just the vogue thing to do, and I think that's part of it. Also, it's just, you know, you get some crack snipers that ruins it for everyone else.
Yeah, we'll We'll have to see here what happens. I think I agree. I think we're gonna be watching. Okay, but here's the thing now, right, Peter? How close is this map gonna be? Is
I
this
don't
gonna
see
be
why it
close
wouldn't
again?
be. Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't be a 3-2 again. I don't think there's too much here to change that for me. I'm just looking at like the power level of the scouts and the soldiers and the demo man. Like it's not that different. Like these two teams just seem really well matched up against each other. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Annie has like an absolute monster game on this map. Like he really impressed me with his play. He just looked super solid. I think he top damaged of all the scouts on last map. Just very good. So yeah, I can't look to any team and just go, oh, they definitely have a big advantage in this thing. I feel like as a playmaker, Nobby is probably above everyone else in the server, but that's just about the only big advantage that I can point to. And you know, we just saw them lose a map, so we know that's not everything.
Yeah, I think probably gonna be a close one, but I wonder, right? I mean, we're gonna watch this, and it's probably gonna be like 5 rounds of just sniping the entire time. I have to see.
Could be.
Question is, I think, okay, here's the thing, right? If we're willing to pull out the crits on Gullywash, there's nowhere we're not also pulling out the crits on product as well, right? The crits on product are weird and funky.
Yeah, and like actually, it's pretty normal, I would say, to just crits out the enemy team, and then you can pick up the medigun really easily. That seems to be easier on product than a lot of other maps. All right, so but it is also obviously pretty risky, just because if you get a good crits, you kill a bunch of people, but you don't kill the enemy medic. Now all of a sudden you're in the situation, well, can we even forward hold? Like, do we need to have like a medic like far back on the right side, like all the way on the stairs, so we can't hold properly? That's kind of weird. So, okay, I'm actually think maybe Osero is gonna be the sniper here, just by looking at it in the pregame here. So, one of my small theories that I had is that the team that's gonna win here is the team that can have a perma sniper that's good, that also takes the least away from all the other strength that their team has, right? So like if Nubby goes sniper, for instance, he's not going to be making big plays on soldier or running around killing everything as scout. Do you understand what I mean?
Yep.
And in the same way that like if Jordy is sniping, then he's also not going to be able to be a big soldier present. So you want to put your quote unquote worst player on sniper, that you can still have all the other really strong classes going in here. And I think it is interesting that it seems like Jordy's going to be the sniper, and then you're going to still have 2 scouts, whereas it might be Osero that's sniper here, and he's a scout. And will Nubby then go scout, or will he just stay soldier?
I think we should have seen Nubby in the past play scout, so I'm pretty sure he would be able to, should the time come. Wouldn't be that surprised if he does.
Yeah, he would be able to, but will he?
Sure we've seen it before.
You know, it's like it's a strategy decision. It's not an ability question. It's more about like, how are they going to play this? How do they actually want to do this? But I don't know. Maybe we're going to see no sniper at all, and we're just, I don't know, letting out hot air just to pass the time. But it does feel like we are in a period with a lot of snipers and 2 scouts, and these teams also just seem to have really competent and willing sniper players. So we'll see, but I think it's pretty normal to just have the first mid of the map, you just go standard lineup and you just like murder them, right? You just run into them, jump 2 soldiers in, take a little look, and then you just go hyper aggressive. If they have a sniper, they just get run over. I feel like that's a very normal start, and then after that you can go sniper. But we'll see how they decide to play it out here. Got any final words before we get into this first round, Wandon?
We saw Gullywash was a lot of chaos, a lot of back and forth, a lot of egos, players clashing, wanting to show that they're better than the opponent, aggression coming out. There's a map that manifests this more than any other. It is going to be product. We're out into middle. It's a lot of early damage. This completely shut down onto Nubby there as well. There's so much damage coming across. Both sides losing their medic. Both sides losing a lot of players here. 2 players up for the Hungarian side. Make that 1. It's just Dagger playing on Cliff. That means that early on, it's a middle victory here for the side of the Netherlands. They're going to cap this out. They are going to get that medic. I'm scared that was going to delay the spawn.
Yeah, and we basically saw what I said there with both teams going for standard lineup, and now we have Nubby going sniper. So it is going to be Nubby, sniper, and 2 scouts. That's pretty interesting. He's going to get the first kill here onto a scout already. So now they know. Captain jumps in very aggressive here, but I think they might just have to get out because the 2 players down already here in the Netherlands. Ooh. And I don't think he can keep going in and they stay in and Kaz immediately pays the price.
This is the thing, right? You want to play a bit aggressive here onto the sniper, but if you pull your medic into the sightline, you keep rolling the dice, eventually the sniper will just hit the 6. And he will get the shot on to the medic. Now, big advantage here for Hungary and Paticus. Sniper does make it so you cannot really forwards or sort of forward hold that much for Hungary. They have to kind of sit back on the point instead, which allows Netherlands to at least get a little bit far, but now you have to sort of slowly play this act, right, of trying to clear the sniper angles, because you know Nubby can just be so hot on this class.
Surely this is just a suicide wave, right? Like, that would make so much sense. And here we go. Big double soldier bomb in. Actually gets taken down by Daga. Just really good pipe so far. And looks like they've achieved nothing in Kaz. I think he just has to get out before he gets put into a firing line. Actually, Daga jumps in very aggressively. Is going to bait Annie out as well here. But that was just a suicide wave. They never really intended to go in deep here. It made a lot of sense in that situation. The fact that the sniper is there means that they can't really forward hold, so you get out like with a lot of health, and then you can jump in a really organized fashion. Unfortunately, they didn't quite get Paticus, but now they are greeted with an even Uber and an uneven man situation as they lose Mist immediately.
Nice pick there from Nubby, getting the body shot kill on to the scout. You can see the kill with the Uber rather just popped out straight away from the side of Kaz, not willing to take a chance at all. Nubby surfing a bit of damage now. He's in onto the rocket. He's getting some heals. Gets flashed as well. The cleanup come forward here for the Hungarian side. There is nothing to be found here for the Netherlands. Unable to find any frags, any openings. Only 1 kill onto Bizbaz. It's just not enough here.
We might be in a situation where they should begin to consider going sniper themselves. Sniper is pretty famously the best counter to a sniper. And when you go sniper for the first time, you will very often get that first pick. But hey, we have the soldiers going behind, just abusing the weak flank. His captain is going to go down, but the aggression is insane. Paticus is completely isolated. He's actually being ignored as the rest of his team is being picked off here, but Nubby just barely going to survive. And Paticus didn't get focused throughout that entire thing. Very odd situation here, and now Nubby, he's going to get so many good looks here as he can just take a bunch of shots here before the push even comes in.
It is 20% ad here for Paticus, and Netherlands getting quite aggressive, but you have to brave the sniper's sightline, and Jack already eating 50 there. As now Kaz is sitting in behind this fence, but this Uber pop is probably just going to be forced to pop out straight away once again, and that makes the Uber so much more favorable for the Hungarian side. Still in control at this point, 35 seconds left to go for them. As now we're coming forwards, we're trading soldiers, and the Uber comes out with Kaz straight away once again. Paticus can wait so
he
late
lost
this
the scout.
Uber pop. Now Captain, he's in behind, but it's missed dead to sticky traps. Captain cannot bomb the soldier instead. He's getting body shot left, right, and center. Kaz cleaned up at the end. Counter sniper out now though for Annie. You're getting the kill on to Dagger there.
Yeah, and Captain actually does come in there, gets the crucial Paticus pick. Medic down. That's going to be a really big deal. Nubby takes down Jordi as well here, but the Dutch team, they're going to have to go forward. They have to. Time is running out, and the counter bomb here from the soldier does not get anything here. Nubby, a bit too aggressive there, will end up being taken down. There we go. Just going to step up the point just to get some better respawns. And Miss actually goes down. They still have a cap, by the way.
I cannot believe Dagger goes in there. That makes no sense. There's no team. Instead, Dagger just kind of walks in on his own, gets the scout frag, and dies for it. Which, for sure, seals that cap now for the Netherlands side. Now, snipers up both teams. Nubby sticking to it so far. It's 2 minutes here for the Netherlands. They have to hold it all on their own. Make sure that the Hungarians do not capture at all, because they're already sat back up on the cliff, shooting down here.
They're going to slowly just edge their way in. Kaz is on 90% already. Actually, Captain's going to jump in very aggressively. He's going to abuse that weak right flank. It's been weak all game long, and it continues to be weak. And he actually just completely fakes out everyone here. Nobby has been taken down as well. No pressure at all. This is going to buy so much precious time for the Dutch right now. They are really happy with the situation. The counter sniper seems to be doing some real magic. Despite them not having 2 scouts, they're just sticking with the 2 soldiers. Really interesting dichotomy right now from the 2 teams, but Nobby wins the sniper duel, and now the pressure is on Dutch team. They have to go in here. They're going to pop these.
Interesting trade here so far. No one really finding that much of a height advantage. Captain goes in, but look at how low he is on Cliff. Has to pick up the cap, and that means that immediately he's taken down. Jordy dead as well. Now it's just a scout able to run in all the way on his own. Nubby gets a lot of free shots, but he's walking into stickies and pipes from Yak here. Decent damage dealt by him, but he has to surf out the damage right now. And the body shot will clean him up. Now Hungary, they're getting their fingers onto this point. They have to just send in Mist on his own.
My God.
It's a headshot there, close range on the cards. And that's round number 1 on the board for the Hungarians. They're taking it back, responding. The Nubby sniper is so dominant here.
Yeah, and a really good job by the rest of the Hungarian team there to actually move forward once they got that crucial Yak pick. As soon as they got on top of the point and just sticky it off, it was so difficult for the Dutch to actually get in there and get onto the point without being at a huge disadvantage. And really well played by them. Yak actually goes down pretty weak here at the beginning of this mid, and he's going to go down as well. They've done the cookie cutter lineup here. Panicus is going to get taken down by Jordy as well. And this is actually a really even mid. It's going to be a 2-on-2, Demo versus Scout. Demo and Scout versus Demo and Scout. Zega's going to go for the flank, comes in from behind, gets the Demo by accident. I'm pretty sure we take these. It's just going to be Mist now.
Oh my God. He wins it. Mist takes the 2v1 instead. That was weird, right? That was such a nice little MGE sesh at the end.
Yes.
As, we getting follow-up kills? We are. But they're weird follow-up kills. Nubby back up on Cliff here. Cards manages to follow up, get that point captured. The air shot out of Jordy there finds that counter headshot in on 2. The enemy scout now as well to counter cleanup here. Cards has to keep himself alive because there's a dagger bombing in straight onto his face.
Oh, he gets
the cleanup.
That is so huge. Nubby's on 3 HP on the Cliff, by the way. If you just get chip shotted, he dies. The least amount of damage you can actually do in this game is 3. So like if you get hit by a scattergun pellet across the map, it does 3. So 3 is basically equal to 1 in this game. But he's healed up now. He's going to be sitting up on his throne there. So Soldier's going to jump in very aggressively. Bisman goes down immediately, and the aggression is definitely working. Like Hungary is just pushed all the way back down, and they're gonna have really struggled to get in here. Yak in too deep once again, as is tradition. Point will fall, but the Dutch team, they are gonna struggle mightily to hold on to it.
This is really difficult, right? There's such a big advantage here for Paticus. Nubby is gonna get picked off here on the side. It's just a Jordy all the way in behind. Now Nubby, 8 HP there, is going to get bowed up by Paticus. Now Jordy still in behind, still able to cause a bit of havoc here. Going to go in, finally taken down. This is a weird little fight here. The Ubers popped out. They're not able to get into the cars. And the Netherlands, they managed to get the Force for absolutely free. Now Nubby have to put in some work here. This sniper needs to find some shots because the advantage squarely in Yak's favor here. He's looking to peek in right through main and is 90% hit for cards.
Yep. You're about to see him clock in here, I hope. He's got to put in a whole lot of stuff. They're just going to pop out here as they go into the sniper sideline. And they are going to get a lot of space. Nobby should go down there. There we go. Will get taken down. Paticus, however, very much safely alive here. And Yak goes down. That actually means they can't do a proper forward hold. I talked about how the forward hold is a really good counter to a sniper play, because you basically can't do anything until the forward hold has been broken. But we actually haven't seen a single forward hold so far coming up from the Dutch, and that's a really big detriment to that play.
And I think unfortunately the situation just not quite right for it. Didn't have the players. You said losing Yak there just takes away the possibility of a forward hold. Counter as well. If you're playing with a sniper on the Hungarian side, you just can't really forward hold. You really need all 6 players to commit there. This is 2 red soldiers going in, trying to commit for the flank, not finding it. Yak is in instead and finds exactly no damage on to Paticus. Now Ubers are even, but positioning heavily in Hungarian favor here.
Yep. They saw the sniper dot here in the forward. So you can see the soldiers jumping through. And it should be pretty possible for... Oh my god. Actually, Paticus gets hit so hard there. He's going to pop first. And Kaz is just way back in spawn. They might actually go out here. You can see they're kind of thinking about it, but... Yeah, decide not to. They're just going to wait for the respawners to come back in here. Yak is...
No!
Oh, no!
He just peeks in so aggressively. Knows exactly where to find him. And then the counter stickies from Dagger as well. Find two, Jordy, and he tried to re-aggress. And now, Hungary kind of just reading like a book there.
It's really crazy how Nobby just keeps on like turning these really dire situations into really good situations over and over again. He is just playmaker incarnate here. The captain's going to jump in, get some space, get some information, and now the rest of the team going to come in here. Jordy looks like, oh, he's actually going for the sniper there, but Yak goes down, and this push already is not looking very strong here, as the captain should be taken down behind lines. There he goes, just Kaz and Annie. Don't cap it. Yeah, just get out. Okay, just keep running, Kaz. And he might be too late here, but no, he is going to meet up with Yak. But very, very tenuous situation there.
That was absolutely disastrous for a push out there as well. You can see Kaz 70%. Paticus already has Uber, but once again, the positioning just so much better here for the Hungarian side. Timer such a big favor for them as well. And now we're heading into overtime for them. Can they just hold off the Netherlands? They can. They don't even get to the pointed time. The clock just times out. And now it's 2-0. We were watching a very, very close backwards and forwards Gullywash, but product has been nothing of the sort.
Yeah, I think it's just that Nobby is just outclassing everyone else on sniper. At the moment, we kind of saw it. Oh, I'm trying to remember what game I saw where they had Nobby just murk here on product as well, and he just did the same thing that he's doing now, where he's just making so much magic happen on sniper that it just becomes really lopsided, where otherwise it would be a pretty even game. But it's going to be another mid-fight here that's kind of been won by Hungary. Nobody's really died, but Kaz is pretty weak. And Nobby is in a really good spot here to get a lot of sight going on. But he is also very far forward, so he can get bombed. And now we have Jordy behind lines. Captain's going to join in here as well. So much damage being done. Dagger's on 2 HP. Actually 4, but he survives somehow. And they've really weathered the storm here. Now they're going to be pushing back, I believe.
It's such a weird little mid-fight here for the red side. They go in. They sort of... Kaz takes so much spam early on that he has to play really far back in China because he's so scared of that Nubby side.
Yeah,
and then in return, Nubby manages to weasel his way in, find that one little kill onto Jordy, and it kind of explodes the game from there right now. You can see them finding kill after kill, slowly, surely, as that's Paticus. He does finally fall. Kaz is up though on his lonesome behind this rock. Nubby wants to find that little hero shot on the enemy medic. He's not quite hitting it, never mind. Just finding it all on his own. Didn't quite capture the point. There we go. Delaying the spawners just a little bit now. Kaz have a bit of a disadvantage. Yak already up on cliff, but that is Nubby watching and waiting for him to peek.
Yeah, like Yak, he cannot get back out. So if they actually jump him, he would be in so much trouble. But no one decides to go for him. But he's just going to be chilling out with the rest of the team. Here comes the first jump in here from Captain. Gets taken down immediately though, and Jordy is not in a position to jump in either. Quite unfortunate. This aggression has already been completely stifled. I think they just need to get out now. Like, look how weak Jordy is. He can't help at all. Gets taken down. Kaz, I think you should just go back to spawn, honestly, because otherwise, your head's getting ripped off. Nobby's doing it again.
Oh my god. Twice in a row, Beta! He just does it again, for free!
He's in spawn. Kaz felt so safe, and he's just not. Nobby just keeps on pushing in. He's like really good at knowing when to push in, by the way. Like, he's so aggressive about it, but he's not stupid about it either. It's really well played. And, he is just hitting. And once again, this is now just a really good situation. It's actually a forward hold with a sniper. And Jordy tries his best to get Daga, and will actually end up getting him here. But Yak does receive a headshot in return, and Kaz has gone down again. The Bizbass who snuck his way in behind. This is just looking like they have no real answer to this Nobby sniper.
Yeah, this is looking more and more like a complete Menti B collapse just from the side of Netherlands. As you're saying, no answer to the sniper. They're trying to make things work. They're trying to do these buffs, but then unfortunately, you know, you always look at these sacks out of your spawn, right? And they're really good because you can keep your medic alive and then come back out with an Uber ad after you force an Uber. But instead, if you're losing your medic in that process, it just doesn't do anything. Now, Hungary finally forced to sort of concede that middle point for now, giving over some kind of inkling of cap time here for the Netherlands. But Nubby with another body shot onto miss. Gonna have to keep it up. Now, Captain trying to pump in. Does get the sniper now. Really big damage onto Paticus as well. Actually, does not have this Uber. Captain just in behind. Finds the medic. Putting Netherlands on his back. And finally, I think, a breath, a tiny little sigh. An inkling of relief here for the Dutch side.
They still need to get onto the point, though, and actually cap it out. And everyone has spawned for Hungary here, so it's actually going to be pretty... Oh, well, never mind. They have already capped it. I'm stupid. Never mind. Don't listen to me. All right, I was going to say the spawns were weird. But, okay, Nubby has gone spy. So, I mean, nobody's going to expect this. And somehow...
Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy you would say that, Vito.
I jinxed him really hard, I guess, because, like, this is the best time for him to go spy that he's done it so far, I feel. And this time around, it just did not work at all.
Now Netherlands, look at the position they find themselves in. Finally, a little bit of a forward hold. There's a lot of damage here dealt on to Dagger there as well. Unfortunately, no air pipe hit for Yak. Means he is going to get taken down now. Man down, soldier down for the Netherlands as well. Means the bombs can come in. The force could just come out for Nubby as he's on the soldier somehow. But look at that. Paticus super far in. Taken down by Captain, still hitting the rockets, still finding the damage. There's one soldier bombing in, Bizbaz not able to make it work, and I think maybe now a moment of reprieve here for the Netherlands. Nubby back on a sniper, even Uber's here. He's going to come out through concrete, he's going to find Jordy right in his face, he's going to go down instantly.
Yeah, very effective here. It's actually looking like a flip has been switched here as Netherlands. They're doing so much better, but Captain unable to win that one. But Yak hitting some really clutch pipes there. Gonna slow down this push. And there's just time running out right now for Hungary. They need to go forward. I think they can just wait for Dagger to come back, but then it's just go time. They can't wait anymore. It's 5 seconds now, ticking down here. If they don't get onto the Hungary, they're just gonna instantly lose the round.
There's no Uber yet. Bill Carlos, he's so low. Dropped down to 18, but now he's 100%. The players have come in for Hungary, but they've not found any kills. Now, Uber can come out. Paticus is 90, not 100. And there's just no one on the point. Netherlands respond. They take us to 1-2 for them. But it's a mountain to climb. You've taken the first step now. You have to take 2 more rounds in succession. You can't drop the ball anymore. But still, it feels like... Okay, Beta. They might have won that round, but it feels like they won that round because Nubby swapped off Sniper.
Kinda. But I mean, Nubby swapped off Sniper when Soldier immediately took down the Demoman who was forward holding. So it feels to me like they got like a good break there with picking up the Sniper and then getting the forward hold that just brought them into control of the game. And that's what they've been lacking, just control. Captain goes down. Jordy, however, is going to win a fight on the flank again. Like, this right flank has been so weak for Hungary. Like, just over and over again. Looks like they're just plus forwarding into Paticus at this point. It's not going to work out here. Nubby sniping from the balcony again. Ooh, gets a good look onto Kaz, but unable to hit the shot. Oh, he's going to get another. Whoosh! Kaz should be alive. Are you crazy?
I really dislike that point capture there. It takes Jordy such a long time to respawn there for his team. And that means that now Bizbaz can just come out and make up for the slow mid and just take down Kaz. Now, no medic for the side of the Netherlands means that Paticus, 100% Uber here, shuts down onto Captain as well. And now Annie wants to just walk in on his own. Misses in behind as well. They're going to have to keep up the aggression for now. Try to get the force out, but they just don't. They are not able to find it. Mac or Yak with 1 kill. Headshot though onto him. And now instead, Uber advantage prevails here for Hungary's side.
Ooh, unfortunately for Jordy, just get popped straight up into the air. And that's an easy shot for Nubby. He doesn't miss those. Not a proper forward hold, though. Should be a pretty good situation. I think they're just going to wait for Jordy to come back, and then they're going to go for a big suicide wave here. See what they can get. And again, they're not having to deal with a forward hold, so you can just get everyone out there, get your medic pretty far forward, and then you can just get a big buff and then jump in very aggressively. And you can see Paticus is not like he's in a a completely entrenched position. You can absolutely get onto him here if you just jump in. And actually, Kaz is in pretty deep. They're taking it quite slow. I thought it would just be a suicide wave, but instead they're going to have an Uber in their face, and Kaz just immediately gets taken down.
Yeah, Hungary know exactly who that they need to pick off. Their dagger dropped so very low there, managing to get that counter pick onto the medic. But this doesn't do anything, right? This kind of just reverting the situation kind of relatively back to even, you know? Like, you kill the medic, but you lose your own in the meantime. Just doesn't matter. Hungary, huge heads-up play. They know exactly who they need to take down there. They get down Kaz, and that push. Yes, they pop the Uber. Yes, they lose their medic, but it's still positional advantage for them.
It is going to be completely even, so they can just go in here, and this is where you can just jump in very aggressively. You can trade like you just saw Captain do here. Now they're going to have superior spawns. So this is actually kind of going after plan. Okay, Yak dying, that's a problem. They're going to have to retreat now. Kaz seems unsure which way to retreat, and now he just gets jumped out here. Gets shot off by the stickies, and he goes down, and all of a sudden this is right back to where we ended off from the first 2 rounds, where it's just looking so dire right now for the Netherlands. Oh, and again, Nobby body shots Kaz in spawn. This time around, it was from the other side. I feel like 3 times in a game is too much.
Yeah, this is just yeah, I don't know. Look at Paticus as well, though, right? He's running the crits. He's running a victory crits. Doesn't even have an Uber charge, which means actually you can just kind of go in here. If you are the Netherlands, you don't really have a choice, right? There's 30 seconds left. You're trying to hold up, get this 2. Crits comes in onto Dagger, manages to find a singular kill onto Yak, but Paticus is taken down. However, the trades are just so good for Hungary's side. They're finding everyone. Only Kaz left alive, has to walk back out. Yak now up. 10 seconds here remain. Bizbaz hiding in the corner. Just needs to shut down this demo man. Just needs to delay just a little bit. Gets the kill onto Kaz. Now with 5 seconds, you have to run in without your heals onto the point. There's a little bit of point capture time, but Nubby finding the kill onto Yak. And the counter kill as well on a Captain. The headshot on miss. It's domination. Nubby start to finish. Seals the map on his lonesome. And he takes us to process for map number 3.
Yeah. Like, this almost feels like it shouldn't count, right? Because it's just so different from what we saw in Gullywash. And now we're going to process. That's going to be very different as well. So, yeah, very interesting to see. I think this is why a lot of people don't like process, because it can just be so different. And it just all depends on, like, if the enemy team has a dominant sniper, it is just so rough to play against. But yeah, big up to Nobby there. Only 4th in damage for his team, but like the impact is just astronomical. 3 times he sniped Kaz and spawn. that's just devilish.
All right, Peter. I want DPM predictions for the Nubby sniper.
I'm sorry, I already looked.
Oh my god. Okay, we can't play the game. Unfortunately, you look, and it's big. You can see, doesn't even top frag, right? Shiga runs an absolute train on them as well, right? And Ocero on top of that. Both scouts just destroying the Netherlands. You can see Annie missed, really struggling to have that same kind of impact, right? And I think they were just struggling so much dealing with the sniper, right?
Yeah, like, I think the one, like, good thing they had going for them was that the flank, like the right flank from the Netherlands perspective, was pretty weak. They were very consistently able to get soldiers behind on that right side and win fights on the flank as well. But they were just unable to capitalize on that. And I think, like, Nobby did a really good job of just retreating and staying out of trouble whenever that happened. And then also the rest of the team did a good job of just protecting him and just overall cleaning up once the flank had been compromised. But I feel like against a high, like, Prem team, that kind of weakness would have been exploited really heavily, I think.
Yeah.
But it wasn't to be.
That sets us up for a really interesting map number 3, right? We're going on to process next, and this is a map where it's not as sniper favored as product, but you can, if you want to. If you're a sniper, you're really hitting your shots, you can destroy on this map as well. I wonder if we get to see this now for Hungary. Does Nubby carry this forwards and onto product here, or process rather?
Why would you ever play sniper on this map when you can do a fast rollout?
Okay.
Right? Like, the fast rollout is so much fun, and like Nubby is just a big fan of doing fast rollouts in general. So I don't think there's a chance in hell that we ever see Nobby play sniper to mid here. There's just no way. Like, we're probably going to see him play some sniper overall. I think all the points on process are viable for sniper. Like, second into mid is probably the worst spot on the entire map, and there's a bunch of pretty decent angles that you can work with still. So it's not. It's a pretty decent sniper map, but overall, I think if you want to make plays on soldier, this is also just a really good map for that. So I actually suspect we're not going to see a whole lot of sniper outside of last. So it's going to be a trip back to normalcy almost, where we just see your standard 6v6 TF2 and not just the sniper going nuts.
But one thing I am interested in is, are we going to see, once again, the carrying over forwards onto this map number 3? Are Chiga and Osero, once again, just going to kind of destroy, be way more dominant for their team compared to those Dutch scouts? So we saw Annie and Mist not really having the same impact as the Hungarian counterparts, both of them destroying on that map number 2. And now we're going to have to see, can they keep this momentum going? Process is a map where, if you want to, this is the scout map, right?
Yes. Yeah, very much. Like, soldiers can jump through choke, they can make these really big plays, but they are gonna just immediately die to the scouts who will clean them up. And that's just in general what happens on process. Like, soldiers, they can make plays, but you're not gonna get good KD. Scouts just clean up and dominate the map overall. Like, they just dance around on high ground all day long. It is very, very rough, and it's just very open map as well, so scouts can see you coming at all times. Basically, you can be a sewer goblin and just hang around in there all game, but you're not going to achieve a whole lot as a soldier if that's what you're planning to do. So nobody really do that. So
yeah, I'm interested to see what happens. We've seen crit shenanigans on both maps, honestly, expecting it to continue. I think especially on process, there are situations where, like, okay, I don't personally like it too much. I feel like you send in a crit sticky through process choke onto second, the enemy medic has like 4 real life seconds to react to it, right?
yeah, it's so difficult to actually get him. You basically have to do like a push through sewer,
Yeah.
get all the way in onto second, just the normal kind of push in where you put on a ton of pressure and then you pop it. So, you cut it down to like 1 real life second for him to react. And that can work. It's not like you can categorically say that it doesn't work, but I feel like it's very similar to something like Snake Water, where the distances that you have to cover are just bigger in general.
Yeah.
And it's just more difficult to make crits work in that situation. Gullywash, shorter distances, crits works better. Product, kind of same deal. Or at the very least, you can't see over the crest of middle as easily as you can everywhere else on process and Snake Water. So yeah, sure, we saw a bunch of crits, but it also feels like those were the crits maps where it makes sense. The other one I would think would be like Granary. Granary crits makes a bunch of sense, at least on some points. But yeah, process not so much. But hey, we'll see. Some nets just like crits, and they're gonna use it on any map. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I haven't seen crits Creek used excessively on process before. But I think it's less likely that we'll see it.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what we find. I actually think, more than anything else, I think coming into this map, once again, I feel like you look at Nubby on any team he's ever played on, and he's always been kind of the X factor around every single time. He's such a nice, when you are casting the game, it is so wonderful to have a guy like Nubby in the server, because it makes your job so easy. It's so easy to look at the team and point and say, this guy, look at him, and he can and will make stuff happen for you.
Yeah, and if he doesn't make it happen, he at least tries. Right? Like what we saw before, I feel like it's just really telling what the play we saw on Gullywash, where we had Bisbath standing up on bats, and we were like, come on, jump him. All right, and he didn't. He just kind of walked back, and then out comes Nobby, just walks confidently forward, immediately jumps into the end, and just sinks the rocket, the medic, and drops him. Right? That just feels so like perfectly to encapsulate what he is as a player. He's just a guy that just goes in and does it.
I think this is a map more than any other map where you are so happy that when you're playing versus Nubby that the Market Gardener is no longer allowed, right? because just opens.
Yes.
There's so many possibilities, and thankfully we detected fun here in Europe, and we were like, nah, not on my watch.
Yeah,
We,
they have
got rid
actually
of it.
unbanned Market Gardener in both the other two regions.
You know what we should do, Peter, just for fun? Yeah, I know that production will really like it if we get the chat to discuss their opinions on the Market Gardener ban. We'll definitely read them out and give and have open discussion in the chats. Yeah.
Tell us your best Market Gardener takes.
Yes.
Correct opinions only.
Yes, please do. And if someone else has a different opinion, please tell them that they're wrong.
Yeah, respectfully tell them that they're really, really stupid. You know, you can actually do that. That's a real thing you can do.
Yep, agree. Guys, we need some Twitch chat interaction for the Twitch algorithm. Alternatively, I guess I just kind of have to rip the Twitch Prime button now promotion as well. You can do this if you for some reason want to. You can go down to the right and there's a button that says subscribe. And you can click subscribe to Twitch Prime and it's free, and money goes somewhere.
All right, we already have the first take. And it's coming. So of course, it comes from Hans. It should be unbanned because it's fair and balanced. Also makes medic and scout class cry, right? So that's just an unbiased soldier opinion, right there. I really like. That's a good take. Thank you, Hans. Very good.
See, here's the thing for me is I'm also a soldier main, but I actually don't like it because I never learned how to use it.
Yeah, kind of the same.
So I actually prefer it being unbanned because it being banned, because if it was unbanned, I'd have to learn how to Market Garden, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I just want to run around with my little stick and run fast. You know, I have simple pleasures in life.
Simple pleasures. Simple pleasures are being right about who's going to win at map number 3, Peter. Who's winning?
Texu thinks it's bad because he sometimes dies to it as a scout, and it should be banned. That's an unbiased scout opinion right there, and I think he's correct. There we go. Well done. All right, we're about to go live. I'm going to say Hungary rides the momentum into the sunset, and they're going to win like 4-2 with then take 3 quick rounds, and then Netherlands will try to come back, but it's not going to be quite enough. What's your opinion?
I think that there will be a Netherlands mental comeback from map number 3, or from map number 2 rather, and I think this time around we're back to 5 CP. There's no nasty nubby sniper, and I think we saw them on Gullywash in a game of straight wits and honest TF2 gameplay with no snipers and cringe off classes involved. I do think that Netherlands should be able to edge out on top. It's going to be a close one. I think once again we might be looking at another golden cap here, but we are live. This is map number 3, Nation Cup, round of 16 here. It's been oh so close between these two teams. This captain has returned from nowhere. We're back onto middle. We're going straight in, and really aggressive soldiers both sides. Nubby deletes Yak from the server. Counter aggression onto Dagger goes down as well. Neither team has a demo. Captain so far in, so much damage, and it looks like the Netherlands is just gonna win. They're forced so far back, and Captain just running them through. In here in sewer, there's cleanup coming forwards. Netherlands out aggressing their opponents.
Yeah, and they win the mid with the 2 classes, or the perfect setup, a medic and 2 scouts. That's the perfect setup to win a mid. We just cap out real quick and you can keep building Uber. Beautiful stuff here. Nubby just continues to offer. Okay, he just took an ammo pack right in front of Mist. I don't think Mist noticed though. But yeah, Nubby's going to continue to play Spy here with not the Cloak and Dagger. Oh,
going in, he misses the trick stab, and then he just goes down. It's a dagger kill as well. This is a demo down with advantage here. This is huge for the Netherlands.
What happened to Cars? Why didn't he pop? I don't understand. Every single time there's been a Spy in front of him doing 40 bottom knife, then he's been popping. But not this time around, he's just going to pop in, Uber down, or send you down, sorry.
This is so much cap time onto the point. It's so much presence, but the cleanup is coming in for Hungary. They're finding the plays, but just not in time. As Captain bombs in, he does so much work in that round there, BT. You might not really see it on the scoreboard, but just going in, the cleanup onto Dagger, and then just collapsing on them in sewer. Maybe a bit of an ill-advised evacuation route for the side of Hungary, kind of walking into a soldier they know is there, but Captain able to clean them up, and now that's a very fast round on the board for the Netherlands.
Nobby again just immediately takes down What an annoying, what like actually annoying player. Right there. Dagger's down again to Captain as well, by the way, as we have another pause. I also just want to point out, you were talking about the scoreboard and Captain, like Bispa's got like a 4K on that last hold as well. So it was pretty close, but Captain just like waddles onto the point just in time. Yeah, but yeah. It is so annoying. Like, Nobby just does the most stupid, most blindingly obvious jump into the demo man and just makes it work.
But the thing for me is the counter aggression is so funny because they do the exact same thing to Dagger as well. But then with the added bonus of, you can see Captain this time around, he tries to sneak into PC to scout that waiting for him, so he gets shut down. Now, because Jordy goes in, sacks in for Dagger pretty much instantly, gets that trade kill, which is good in a vacuum, right? Because you lose your own demo man and Captain's gone down in PC. Now it's only demo man down here. Hungary should be looking to just take this middle. There's no real, you look at the positioning of these three players, there's no real angle for anyone to be able to get in, get some kind of force going. Hungary's just going to take this mid.
Yeah, that double soldier on high ground is just all you need to really see here to know that this mid is lost for the Dutch team. So nothing really to discuss here. I just want to say, Fancy says, the Market Gardener is high risk, high reward, and I think that it's so freaking cool. That's an unbiased demo man opinion, and I think he's very much correct. Good take.
Yeah, okay. So, Beta, I want you to tell me right now, we're going to unpause, and I want you frame for frame to tell me exactly what's going to happen.
They're going to pause again immediately, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
But this rocket, right, it's going to come zooming down into Annie, going to pop him into the air. Then Nubby's going to jump forward, while Bisbat's going to just keep on spamming. He's going to hit him with a second rocket, send Annie into the skybox when Nubby's going to jump into him and double air shot him. I guarantee you 100% this will happen.
Place your bets right now. Predictions are in. And Beta guaranteed 100% going to the moon. Both your Twitch points and the rocket that is going to hit Annie in the skybox. I'm excited. They teased us a little bit. Okay, there's the unpause. And,
wow,
Annie's
what an air shot there. That was,
you lied to me.
Yeah. But no, I exaggerated a little bit, but it basically happened what I said. All right, we got to chase it from Nobby. Okay, he actually, in a rare case of being smart, goes back, but then he just comes right back in again. Just kidding. Almost take down Casto.
Now it is even situation, both teams. My player frames are broken, says everyone's still dead on both sides, which is fun. But we can see the players are very much alive. There's a little bit of a spy coming out of Mist, making sure no off-class funny business. That is Nubby obviously sacking in, and he is opting for that sniper once again, absolutely dominating on it and product. And now, gonna go in through one here, trying to just peek this out, make sure something works. Tries to go in, and misses that shot. Now Yak should have called it out. Gonna peek it again. Nubby now peeking in through one. He's going to try to go for the hero shot. You know exactly where Kaz is standing, but you also know where Yak is standing, and that's enough spam. He's going to get right back out of there. I'm going to have to rejoin the server because I can't tell who's playing what. But you're going to have to carry it for a second.
Yeah, sure. He's just going to rotate around here into the lobby area. This is pretty standard, right? You take the lobby, you rotate your sniper in there, but Mist has actually gone sniper himself. Gets the good old counter snipe here. You know, maybe those 3 minutes of Nobby playing soldier has just meant that he's forgotten how to play sniper. I'm sure that's the case. That's exactly what happened there. And that was the pause coming in. Not quite sure what happened there, but yeah, either way, Nobby, he's not deterred. He's going to come back on sniper once again. Just going to waddle forward and Mist. He's still waiting for him.
Oh my god. Go on Nubby's power right now, Peter.
Oh, this is not normal sniper.
guys. This is cinema. I can't believe we don't have that email in chat, by the way, guys. Any mods? Anyway,
they need to get
teleporter frag. This is crazy. There's no way this
he's going for it. He's going for it. Okay,
he's going for it.
Here's his window. He hit something.
It's just does nothing. Okay, there's a headshot onto Shiga as well. Trade kill onto Captain. Once again, he's in. And unfortunately, the bows, they just don't. I mean, yeah. They just don't hit.
No, I believe still. Oh my god, he wins the sniper duel.
Oh my god, the soldiers are... No! Okay, guys, this is it now, yeah? Like, we're not going anymore, thank god.
They get Yak. Oh, sorry, they get Dagger. And that's really good here as the Uber exchange comes out. Alright, but Nubby's about to come back in and definitely get some more picks here.
Yep, it is Nubby peeking in through lobby once again. This is the thing with the Huntsman. It's kind of wacky and weird. Like, he's just gonna go in for this. I can't believe that arrow didn't hit, by the way. That was crazy. He's just keep going. He's gonna keep being annoying. Wrapping around here. Goes in, hits a decent arrow to Yak. Doesn't quite get the kill. Sniper kill was enough to open up for that trade. They didn't find anything instead. Now, such a gun. Once again, there's 2 minutes left on that round. Clock engineer drops down just minuscule amounts of health. The arrow
he's just doing the pump thing now, just spamming and hoping someone accidentally walks into the sideline. So actually trying, yeah, it makes some sense here. He's gonna rotate around, see what he can get.
Sticky in the
oh,
world,
demo man!
He walks on 5 stickies from Yak and just hits the headshot, the demo man.
It's beautiful. All right, what do we have here? Giga's gonna go down, unfortunately, so it's gonna be pretty difficult to actually push in here, despite the demo man being down. Oh, and they lose Ocero in the Uber as well. This push is definitely dead. Paticus might not even make it out. He's being bounced around a lot. Okay, he is out here, but he is also being chased really heavily. Nice rocks there from Captain. Takes him down, and this push has just gone absolutely sideways.
Yeah, unfortunately, Huntsman Sniper, as funny as it is, wasn't quite able. I think it was actually doing a decent bit of damage there as well. Now, Netherlands, they managed to break out of second. Ocero now up on this Spy. He's going to have to try and equalize. Now, Cards, decent HP here. I cannot believe Ocero was not found instead. Captain taken down, trying to go onto middle here. We're trading players on mids. It's a bit of a chaotic fight. The Netherlands haven't really managed to make it through. Now Spy is in behind. He's trying to get in onto the enemy. Nubby's still in spawn. It's a distraction onto Cars, but he doesn't quite get the stab instead. Nubby dies. Please. He's just going to keep doing this.
No, he gets caught.
I give up. Beat you. You can do this on your own, man. I don't care anymore.
That is so dumb. He was just they knew he was there as well. Like, just unbelievable. I don't understand how he keeps on doing this. So now, like, both teams are just in a really bad way. We have a fight now in PC. Neither soldier's actually going to end up dying here. Yak's really far forward, but actually Annie eats a nice fight there from Daga. Nobby is taken down by Captain, so threat eliminated at least. But Paticus, he's going to be sitting here with a nice cushy 60% Uber advantage as they move forward here. And Daga, he's in very, very deep. And Yak, once again, has been picked off. And there we go. Ka's going to have to retreat. I think he has to go all the way back to last, to be honest. There's just not enough people alive. And he's going to see if he can make some sniper magic happen on his own.
I have to see here. Annie find the shot, right? It's a 40% advantage here for Hungary. If there's ever a time for them to push in, it's now. Decent damage onto Ocero. Follow-up not quite there. The Netherlands have to delay for about 20% of Uber charge here. They should be able to hold onto it for now. You can see Hungary very fast in through lobby here. They do have this advantage. Uber's popped straight away. Yak unable to connect with the rest of his team here. Soldier in on the high ground. Yak hiding in panic room on his lonesome as Nubby just going to be able to find that kill. The counter is coming out now. Hungary not able to find much besides just a Nubby in behind on his own. So much damage onto the heavy, but gets cleaned up in the end. As the rest of Hungary streaming in, there's not enough health. And it's 1-1. Chaotic mid. Chaotic second, chaotic Huntsman coming out, almost winning a round. But I feel like, honestly, Beta, this comes down to Nubby just somehow, some way, getting that final frag there onto Cards.
Yeah, it is one of the most absurd things I've ever witnessed. It should not have worked. He just kept on pushing his luck, and somehow he found it in the end. All right, let's see. He's going to continue pushing his luck. Somehow, Yak has just read him. Yak's like, I'm just
There's no way. How would he know?
How could he ever possibly figure that out?
The mid is instantly over for the Hungarians as well, right? They send in Nubby, but unfortunately this time, third time in a row, can't fool Yak that many times. Finally clicks, and there we go. Nubby shut down. It's the end of that mid. They do lose Mist in the meantime, which means that no further aggressions probably realistically going to come out. Now Nubby back onto the sniper. Don't do this to me. He's on the melee weapon. Can't really tell what weapons he's using quite yet. He's on the sniper
The
rifle.
suspense was killing me, but it is just a normal sniper rifle.
Oh, unlucky.
Yeah,
I feel like at some point, BT, you just kind of have to commit to the bit, no matter how detrimental it is.
I feel like when it's worked as well as it has, you just have to, at some point you just got to cut your losses, right? Like, okay, I got way too much out of this. I should just stop. I feel like that's the sign of a good player that knows that, okay, I kind of got lucky, I should just stop now. Whereas a bad player will just see something work and go like, oh wow, I did something stupid and it worked, I'm going to keep on doing it, you know? So, but Nubby, yeah, just going to switch to his good old trusty sniper rifle as a Captain comes bombing in here, unable to really get a good jump in here, but Nubby does get picked off here as Annie was being aggressive through the lower side there of PC.
Decent follow-up there from the Netherlands side. Captain opening up a lot of space. Managing to get out that sniper pick is a huge release of pressure here for the Dutch side, and now in return they can start pressuring this more aggressively on the flanks, but it's a kill onto Jordy there. It's a kill onto Annie as well. Flank completely collapses for the Dutch side, and that means that now Hungary battering into the doors on middle here. And it is just Osera running in forwards onto Yak, eating a lot of spam damage. Cards getting bombed by Nubby, and that means he has stopped the Uber now. Solo coming across is a flash onto Dagger as well, but here's the high ground. Captain so very low. The counter bomb comes in from behind into Cars. Now, 2 players down. A lot of low health bars on Hungary here. They can get collapsed on because there's players on both sides. Osera wants to lead this in on his lonesome here. In PC finds 1 kill missed in as well. It's the only 2 Dutch scouts here on their own. Want to try and make this happen, but I just don't know if they can here. And he gets taken down. And that's Hungarians in the end. They're taking control of middle. They're taking control of a 50% advantage here.
Yeah, Nobby was doing a really good job of just staying in the choke and just making sure that no one could actually just run through for free. Didn't get distracted by the other scout trying to make noise. So they're going to be sitting on this nice Uber ad, getting ready to go in. Going to cap out second anytime now. Missed this on Sniper again, see if he can perhaps get a cheeky entry pick here as they come through. Sentry gun is being built, but it's already spammed down. This is really nice stuff here from Hungary, just taking the sentry gun down before it even comes in. Gonna have to switch to heavy. Not quite the same as Uber does come in now.
Uber coming in, not finding any picks immediately as the heavy comes up as well, but it's decent gap time on the point for now is Hungary. They have control of the high ground here, but it's decent damage dealt across. Have to watch the cap time here. Nubby, super low, but not falling. Neither team really managing find much of anything. Trading 2 kills across the board. It's no heavy up for the Dutch side, but it's enough for now to repress the push. Cars now 70-80% here. This is a decent ad here. I wonder if he's willing to push this up. It is still Nubby playing this quite aggressively here. Hiding from rollout, wants to find a pick.
Soda's going to spot him immediately. Unable to really get anything here, but he doesn't give his life for it, so it's all good. Pretty good pressure here coming from Netherlands. And Bisbaz is threatening to go behind lines. Actually, he's going to come in now, going in through 2 here. Both soldiers actually go for the back cap. Does get dealt with here, but everyone got pulled back as well, so we're kind of back to where we started, except now Paticus has the Uber as well, if they really want to hold on to it. Ziga goes down as well. Now it's 3 players down. Surely this is a good opportunity for the Dutch to push forward.
Yeah, Yak coming straight in. He has this massive player advantage. He wants to use it. Uber popped onto 2 players, and that's really good now for the Dutch side. They can just come in, take control of this point. Our 2 players, both soldiers, in through behind. Once again, you have to be careful of this back cap. Bizbaz walking in behind, but 1 kill onto Nubby now. Bizbaz, he's in onto last, but he does get shut down. Jordy comes up just in time, and now 2 players, both soldiers down. Netherlands, they want to go in. Dagger doing decent damage to the enemy team, but it is Netherlands. They're streaming forwards, trying to take control of this middle once again. It's 1-1. There's 16 minutes here. There's so much to play for.
Mist just powering forward, clearing everything out, just capping out mid here. Nobby is on Spy again, and it looks like it's going to be another just Invisywatch here. There's not a whole lot of ammo packs on this mid. Oh, I think they saw him. No?
They did. 100%.
Thank God. I could swear like the soldier was just looking at it.
Yeah, thank God he dies there. Okay, now, even Uber's spy play has failed, and I'm going to wonder now, you have a pick. Netherlands, the ball's in their court. Have to see how do they try and break this Uber apart. It's just Dagger caught out as Annie runs in, barreling through lower PC there, manages to find that kill, and now they just come straight in. So much damage, no Demoman to hold, no Soldier and Nubby as well. This is a 3-second taken. Now, still no Demoman. Surprise, Netherlands, they're not taking this too much further. Dagger should be coming back up any second now. But Yak playing a bit aggressively here into rollout. Now, it's not a question of how you crack second, it's how do you crack last.
And Jordy cracks the Uber, makes it disappear from Paticus here. It's still kind of flashing, but I don't think Dagger's going to jump in. You know, he's no Yak. I think they're just going to maybe pressure a little bit to just see if they can get the Uber to be used here. And they are actually going to make it used outside here. So Nobby does get the Uber force out, but hey, that's just the first pick in this Uber push as it comes in. And one nice pipe here from Yak. Hits both scouts at the same time. And now all of a sudden this is looking so good for the Dutch.
Now Dagger all on his lonesome is going to have to take down so many Dutch members. Unfortunately, not able to do it. And Dutch, they managed to respond. Tiny opening there in the beginning onto second right. Just Annie, huge heads-up kill onto Dagger, managing to balloon that lead more and more and more. Hungarians try to respond. Get a kill on their own, but they lose that demo man. That is a huge pipe from Yak towards the end. The cleanup comes in from Annie, and that is a round on the board now. Dutch.
You think Nobby's going to be fast?
He is. Dude.
It's
like,
just a living homing missile. Unbelievable how many times. You actually just walked to mid, honestly.
it's actually crazy because we're in, and like somehow like this is actually not looking that bad for the Netherlands. Okay, now they lose Annie, so now they no longer have any positioning. Kaz is actually pretty scarily positioned right now. Like he's not running with a scout, just about gets someone with him. You can see how far Dagger's playing. They really want this kill in onto Kaz. They're getting the kill onto Jordy instead, but Kaz for now has managed to escape with his life intact. 80% here, just about 10% advantage. Nubby looking to get aggressive here. This is a dot push for the Ages. Don't think they can do it. They're probably just going to sack in. This is a skip jump and a half, but unfortunately that is a built sentry gun, and Nubby's taken down.
Yeah, Kaz was just hiding in bunker there, living up to its name. Very, very secure and safe in that situation. As long as you have a soldier just like body blocking enemy opponents from getting in there, you're good. But actually Kaz eats a fat rocket there. And he's going to have to go back to spawn. Nobby, he's going to be back on sniper. I assume he's still just on the regular sniper rifle, but we will see. You never know with this guy. He's probably he's not.
Oh yes, let's go. We're bowing once again. We're going in, not doing that much damage initially, but he's running in. There's actually very consistent spam pressure from this as well, right? He's going to kind of come in. This time around though, Yak sees him and roll out and almost just takes his life immediately. Watching it a little bit more, knows what he's going to try and do. He's going to keep peeking roll out, shoot the dispenser, I guess.
I think he thought the medic was there.
Yeah,
to be fair.
Now Soldier just running in, Nubby 5 HP. Manages to stuff it back. He's okay. There's a counter sniper here on Mist as well, looking for any sort of overextension here for the Hungarian side. This time around though, Nubby is picked off by Sticky sentry gun combination. And this opens the door a little bit. There's a soldier sack in right away.
Perfect counter sack.
It just has to force the Uber there.
Yeah, Captain. Just wasting no time. Immediately gets out there for the counter sack and just perfect 2 rockets. First one juggles Paticus. Second one, there's just no way you're not popping in this situation. And there you're going to get a soldier kill here in lobby. Bispas goes down. This is looking extremely promising. Now it's just a matter of, like, is Nobby hiding in some weird spot? Like, you know he's going to jump in at some point. And they're actually being really careful with pushing out here. I think maybe they're just going to go like, now we're ahead. We're good, thank you. We're just going to wait until the round resets and we will have wasted a bunch of time. I think that's just the strat right now.
Yeah, I think they are just kind of sitting and waiting, right? It's 2 minutes and 50 for them. Getting another kill onto Nubby. Once again, not managing to make that sack work. Instead, I have to see if he's willing to try the off-class once again. The Netherlands, they are not budging. They are waiting for Mist to find someone or anything into those crosshairs. They're not satisfied with one pick. And there's not really much reason to do so, right? Nubby back in, onto the soldier once again. Now we're going to have to see, can Hungary break this stalemate?
Oh, he's actually
that's
on the
around.
boost.
So much damage there in lobby from Jordy, but he just gets taken down in the end.
Yeah, he's on the man treads right now, so he can just jump into a sentry gun and knock it locked off. So here we go, onto the medic. He actually stomps him as well. He actually just landed on Kars's head. That's pretty funny, but the dispenser did its job. It absorbed a bunch of damage, but Uberforce does come out here. Very, very clean stuff here from Hungary.
Oh my god, the crits out of Annie!
Oh my god!
From Yak just finds everyone on the side. It's 2K for the engineer with that Texas Revenge. And now it's just Jordy in onto the medic. He's so close. Gets shot up into the air. He might actually fight the rocket. The boss comes out. Captain's in to support his teammate, but now all he has to do is distract. Huge hero plays there from the Dutch side, keeping themselves in. That force is massive. Yak, bit extending for now, as now Nubby could just come in for the counter sack. Finds 1 kill onto Mist, and that should be backing off for now. Hungary once again looking to go forwards. This is 3 players down here for the Netherlands.
Yeah, this match. Oh my god, these pipes from Yak right now are nuts. Doing so much work. Dagger will end up being traded out. But this is a very, very precarious situation for both teams. It feels like nobody wants to really commit here, but now finally the Dutch, they are going to pull the trigger, and Paticus gets sent way back there. Nice serve from him.
Up he's in. On to Cars. Clean 2 rockets there from PC. It's a clean-up counter there as well, but that's crucial, right? Paticus is alive, but he's not with any teammates, right? Just about manages to link up with Dagger, but oh man, if there's a soldier bombing in like that one, unless he hits a pipe, reads Captain like a book.
Yeah, really nice job there from him. And actually, Yak might go down as well here. He's on 17 HP, absolutely limps out of there. And this is a big Uber advantage now for Paticus. We're looking very, very promising. Still 9 minutes remaining, so plenty of time in this game, but if they want to stop the Netherlands from playing this really passive style where they just keep running out the clock, getting around will absolutely achieve that.
Yeah, like this is such a big advantage push for the Hungarian side. It's Dagger coming in, but Nubby falls straight away to the level 1 gun. Captain is taken down by Stickies, and there's another kill. Both soldiers now dead for the side of the Netherlands here. One Yak really far forwards, disconnected a little bit from his team, and that leaves only the Heavy left to connect to the point. Not able to get there in time. It's 2-2. Hungarians have tied it. 9 minutes to go, and this is getting very, very close now, Peter.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the first map, to be honest. And well, we both know this is extremely close. And I think these teams really are just extremely... Okay, is he fast?
There's no way, yeah.
There's no way! Every time.
Guys. Okay, so Netherlands are choosing to play out this middle a little bit, right? They do have a soldier up so far. Decent rocket there from Captain onto Sarah, reminding him who he's dealing with, and that actually opens up the middle quite a bit for the Netherlands. 2 players down here for the side of Hungary. They don't quite have Nubby with them either. They should be able for the Netherlands to take the middle now, and have to watch out. Captain is dead. They're going to get their demo with them soon, but you're going to have to lock down this choke with just Jordy. Demo not quite with them, but they should be able to make it happen just so far. Nubby wants to go through choke. It's an early kill to miss.
Yeah, Dagger hits the long range pipe here, but he's taunting. And now, yeah, Captain, or Jordy, sorry, just going to come in there, air shot the medic. Paticus did pop the Uber before he got hit by that last crucial rocket. But now, Ubers are gone. Paticus is being chased down, and Kaz is still 100% Uber charge still. Dagger, 9 HP, there's no way. Okay, one last pistol shot will find his home. Nubby comes in looking for Kaz. He is in so deep, but eventually just going to end up finding a scout here. This is looking so good. What a comeback round here for the Netherlands to just immediately answer back if they can get this capping. It's looking very promising. There's a sentry gun though. They need to take that down. They still haven't done it. Gets the soldier. Sentry gun is now down. They're putting pressure onto the point, but there are stickies on it. And this is looking pretty promising still. Dagger, can he hit every single sticky in the universe? The answer is no, not going to be enough. Instant round answer back here from the Dutch, 3-2.
Netherlands managing to catch the Hungarians pants down. It looked pretty good. There's a little point right at the beginning of mid, right after Yak goes down to Nubby, where there's just no positioning on the Netherlands side, but instead, Captain hitting that nice air shot there on to Osero. Now, once again,
no.
Nubby's in. On to Yak this time. No kill in response so far. Nubby's so low. 4 HP. Does make it out alive. Now, once again, Soldier Bomb comes in on to Shiga, and Patricus not able to find anything. And it is a mid-fight victory here for Hungary. They want to keep this rolling. 6 minutes, all to play for. They want to tie this up.
Please do the numlock rollout, Yak. Just walk them in. Just waltz. It's fine. Like, you don't get locked out of process mid. Alright, like if your demo man is slow. That doesn't happen. You can get into it easy. Oh, might catch out a demo man here. Yak getting some revenge on Nubby there. Catches him out. Almost got Daga as well. But will end up getting out of there alive. So now, we're actually in this situation where the Dutch can actually just stalemate for 5 minutes and win the game.
This
and
is now,
I think,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
It is completely, entirely on the Hungarians to figure out some way to break the stalemates. Nubby did go down there, is choosing to stay up on the soldier. You're gonna have to see for any funny business. You can see
Man threats is funny business. It's again, it worked before.
We're going for it once again, right? He's going for this sack. It worked out well for him last time. They managed to get a round off of it. Have to shut down the soldier instantly. Can't wait for him to get in because your scouts can't deny him the same way as before. But hit that guy with a sticky as he comes in. It's a headshot onto Dagger here, but a counter kill onto Yak. No, Demoman is huge for the Dutch side. It's a counter kill onto Bizbats. These are trades that are happening. Both sides are losing members here in lobby, and I think it might just be Nubby now has a much better angle to go in. Uber just comes out and doesn't right click. This is a fully invincible Nubby. You can walk onto the point. The sentry gun is down. Sniper watching him. Soldier goes in, but he just gets destroyed by Nubby. He takes matters into his own hands. We're right back in it. It's 3-3, and there, surely Yak does not die to the Nubby fast rollout.
There's no way, right? Okay, he's not on the Mantrons anymore. But yeah, those rockets from Nubby were just nasty, the directs. Ocero stole the insane air shots as well. Nubby's fast again. Oh, actually, he kind of messes it up. Yak is, I want to say he was actually trying to go for just the same roll that he did every single time.
God. He's in once again, but this time onto Kaz, he just hits the surf, but gets shut down instead, dies to the crater damage. Now Dagger, super low, but look at the Hungarians, they're bunkered up decently low, and their hard kills being found for the Netherlands side. They have to bunker up in sewers for now, try and hold this off. It's Mist and Yak are the only two players up. They have to play this aggressively as well, just walking through choke. They want to get in onto one man, it's onto Paticus, and he does manage to get out for now. Dagger wants in, he wants his kill onto Yak, manages to find it. Hungary takes another mid-fight victory. It's 3 minutes, 40 seconds. One soldier in, one rocket doesn't hit the second. Paticus lives for now. This is massive for Hungary. They have such a big advantage.
And they even got a lot of picks as well, so second is just going to fall absolutely for free here. There's going to be 0 resistance coming in immediately. It's actually going to be a heavy on last as well as a sentry gun. Okay, I thought they were going to take heavy instead of sentry because they knew how fast the push was going to come in here, but they're actually just going to go with both as this Uber push is about to come in. Sentry gun is only level 2, so it should go down pretty quickly here. There we go. Just instantly spammed down. Point is still not really dealt with. They haven't cleared the stickies or anything. Nubby actually tries to get into the bunker and take down Kaz. He's on 15 HP. He's not dead. Oh, but now he is the pistol from Siga and somehow gets Kaz on 95% Uber.
Bro, he just walks into the pistol spam there with the scout. I don't even think he was trying to hit him. He just wanted to go into respawn, get that little health, but now, once again, he's just gifted. Hungary, another advantage for Paticus once again. They can just build this up. Now Kaz putting his team on the back foot. And it's all on Hungary now. They want to take this in regulation. They don't want to see a golden cap. They have this ticket to take it all the way. 60% advantage here. They weren't able to break the hold the first time, but this time, they're going to have to.
Absolutely are going to have to. Let's see if they decide to go in through like a different entrance, or if they just do the same old push that they've been doing every single time. It's going to be a level 3 this time around, so... But yeah, it's just the exact same push here. Jumps in through left, curves right, takes down the sentry gun. And this time around, there's no real stickies on the point, so you can actually pressure the point immediately, and it just works out. And it's almost over. They have about 1 minute and 45 seconds to get this round. That is possible, but the Dutch, they have to roll right now.
Dutch now not allowed to press their S keys anymore. And unfortunately for them, that hold, or that push rather, from the Hungarians was so clinical. Getting down the sentry gun, getting down everything, noticing not much point presence. Nubby's in again! And again he finds the air shot onto Yak. He does not get to play this mid. He's done it every single time, and there has never been a response. Now no Demoman means that the Dutch have no mid, they have no health either, and they have to walk back to second.
But they have to go in, right? Like, there's a minute left. They just have to be fast. They have to do something weird to speed up the game, because Hungary, they can just sit back, put a thumb up their nose, and just do nothing.
They're coming in here. Decent damage actually from Jordi as well. Managing to knock up Dagger here. They find a kill into Nubby. This is looking decent for them. The entry is good, but now the Uber's popped out. They lose Mist in this trade as well. They don't have time to not take this trade, right? But look at Paticus. He's playing this far back. Dagger knows he could just wait for this Uber to fade, get one of his own. Yeah, in up top with Captain as well, as he has to lead his team into glory. They have to start finding some shots here. Some miracles need to happen. Decent damage is coming across, and he wins the 2v1. And they're getting control of middle so far, but it's Ocero on top. It's a Nubby straight in onto Kaz. Decent damage coming across. Yak falls to the pipes of Dagger, who comes back into the fight. There's 20 seconds left. as Shorty's found 1 kill onto Ocero. Bizbaz goes down as well, but the middle has not been capped. That's a GG called in chat, and it is Hungary coming out on top. A barn burner backbreaker for both teams, but in the end, Hungary takes the win, and the Netherlands falls.
Honestly, one of the best games I've ever seen. Just such a fun game overall. Like the amount of insane plays and back and forth action that we've been witness to here at Wandom, just astounding. And there we go. Congratulations to Hungary. They're going to move on, and they're going to be facing Sweden in the next round. So that should be a fun game as well.
Big ups to Hungary. They're really playing out well. Commiserations to the Netherlands. I know they really wanted to win this. Fortunately, luck just not quite in their favors. That was such a close game. It really feels like that last map could have gone anyway. Just a series of tiny little mistakes. Hungary able to capitalize, and they move on to the next round there. We do have some logs up for you on the screen in just a second. Not really sure what to tell you here, Peter. These are processor logs. Dagger does a lot of damn. And yep, medic stats effectively even. I say that, although Patika is a bit of an uber diffy. About 10 more ubers popped compared to Cars.
Also died 5 less times. Patika's died 4 times, Cars died 9. That's a big difference. And there's not a stat for it, but the amount of times that Yak died on mid also really high. So his deaths compared to Dagger are, well, they're actually not that significant. It's 16 to 13. But like just the fact that Yak kept on dying, I really would have loved to see him just like do the, maybe even just do the normal roll up, but then just put like some stickies on the wall and the rock be really passive and spam pipes, right? Like when demos do that, I don't think soldiers can really jump them.
It is such an interesting situation, right? Because Yak literally died like I think every mid except for 1, right?
Yeah, but when Nubby messed up the rollout.
Nubby just kept calling his bluff. It just never worked out for Yak, dying every single time. Air shot multiple times as well, by the way. It was just big stuff from Nubby, I think, in the end as well. Also, absolutely just put them in the bin on product as well. Can't forget that. Really, I think deserving definitely of the MVP there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was really great to see Captain again. You know, still very good. It's good fun to see. Hopefully that's a sign that he's going to be working his way back, or at least just still being in the community. Really nice guy. Very good. So what a fun game overall. I can't wait to see round 2. I know there's some games tomorrow as well. I can't remember who's going to be playing in that. Maybe we haven't even decided yet, but
probably not. But yeah. We are casting. There will be Essentials coverage tomorrow and Sunday. We'll be doing the entirety, the remainder of the Nations Cup. Sunday, semis and finals, of course, and then tomorrow, round of 8.
Yeah, the real Olympics is happening here.
Yes,
on Essentials TF. That's for sure.
Actually, preview, guys. Don't tell anyone. But may or may not be in talks for the next Olympics. Which, unfortunately, I know there's a bunch of. So at the moment in League of Legends, there's a bunch of people going like, "Oh, what would the national teams in the next Olympics be?" And they're picking like current League of Legends players as if they're not entirely different in 4 years. I believe it's in LA as well. So, but TF2, I think TF2 is a confirmed esport. Heard it from me first. Confirmed esport at the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's going to be 5v5, and it's going to be on only Junction.
It's actually just going to be pastime.
Yeah. Because that's kind of what the Olympics does. They take something you love and then they have like a really weird rule set because they didn't look into it.
All right, guys. If you have in the chat right now, you have about 4 seconds to write any shoutouts that you may or may not have, and I might read them out. But you have like 4 seconds. So if you have a shoutout, please say them. In the meantime, Peter, you have any shoutouts?
Yeah, big shout out to JMax Jill for continuing to put up with us. And jumping into do production when no one else could. So big up. as always, and big shout out to all the teams playing in the Nations Cup, and shout out to Denmark for not being able to pick a National Cup team. I'm so disappointed. It's terrible.
At
and
least,
shout out to
okay,
Phoenix.
okay,
Yeah, and shout out to
maybe-
Phoenix for being the best person and helping me.
Okay, Peter, here's the thing, right? England might be winning the Nations Cup, but at least we won a Euros. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With that, good night.